May! Welcome in, everyone. No, none of that. None of that. We're not doing that.
Greetings on a bird.
Unhappy birthday?
No, none of that. Well, welcome in, everyone, to the Guild of Icons. Campaign 2, Heavensfall, Part 1, The Book of Dust, Episode 2. I didn't think this through.
Featuring Dante from the Devil May Cry series.
I don't know. Not just thinking of the title. He didn't think the campaign through. He didn't think through, like, just starting.
I don't know how to tell you this, Snake, but you're naming your campaigns like they're Homestuck chapters.
Wow. Oh god, that's rude and accurate.
Act 6, Act 5, Act 2, Intermission 1.
Wow.
No, it's Avatar.
Yep, nothing wrong with Homestuck. I mean, they revolutionized the body paint cosplay.
There's a little bit wrong with Homestuck. I mean,
oh yeah, like that time somebody colored themselves gray by filling a bathtub full of gray Sharpies.
No, look, okay, it's Avatar. It's
Don't
Book
do
2,
that.
Dust.
Don't do that. I need to emphasize you should not do that ever.
Yeah, never watch Avatar.
never watch
Brie
Avatar.
hates
Yeah,
it.
Never watch
Never.
Avatar. So, welcome in. Last time, one of you died, which is unfortunate, but you know, it happens.
We won't point fingers.
No.
I'm sure it was justified in the moment.
Currently figuring out where to point my finger.
That's
Yes, it was
exactly
GM.
wrong. That one, yeah.
Iris, how could you?
Anyway, yeah. So last time you woke up in in the city of Korakii that had just been basically obliterated, and there was this weird gold dust everywhere, smoke and screams. You managed to meet up with Grounded of Walk and survive long enough for Gargoyle to teleport you all out of there using his patented airplane.
And in case the audience had any doubts, the pseudo-dragons of Korakii are dead.
They're still dead. They're so dead. Just unimaginably dead. You thought they were dead before. Wow. Wow. They're dead. Yeah, so you arrived at Cantlor, the secret underground base of the Guild of Icons that A.O. Dunwich has been building for several years. And basically have been told, you got to get out there and do something again. Like, tough. Like, there's no rest. There's no rest. You've got to go on another mission. It's your choice what you do, but get out there and stop something quickly, you know, ASAP. So you've tooled up. You've gotten some new items from the Quartermaster, Raynar Bogcleave, and are ready to choose a mission.
No, Nick, we need to roll the icon relationship dice.
I was going to do that at the start of the mission, but fine. We'll roll them now. Okay, so icon relationship dice is a 13th age mechanic that I completely forgot about last time. It's pretty fucking important. So each of you has several icon relationships. For those, you'll have a score next to them. I want you to roll a d6 for every point you have in that icon relationship. And ignore anything 1 till 4. That doesn't matter. But if you've got a 5 or a 6, those are important. And you get to keep those. Those are a currency you can use. Do make sure you know which icon you've rolled it for, though. So don't, like, pool them all together and just roll one big handful of d6s.
So perhaps based on my death, I rolled a 1 and a 2 for Morian.
Well, no luck from Morian this time.
Oh. That was a 6 for the
And I've rolled a
Archfiend.
2 for Raynar Bogcleave.
And a 2 for Raynar Bogcleave. Okay.
Okay, I have only successfully rolled a 6 for the consort.
6 for the consort. Okay. So we've got a 6 for the Archfiend, 6 for the consort. How about you, Talia?
And nothing for me.
Nothing for you. Okay. So we've got 2 icon relationship dice. they may come in later. You can also choose to spend them whenever you want to change the story slightly. So if there is something you would like to suddenly change, you can use it like a flashback mechanic, like, oh, I remember to bring this thing, or oh, there's a contact that I previously had in this place. Maybe I know them. Anything like that.
Yeah, so I could perhaps say, I remember to bring this thing, my plus 20 sword.
Yes, and then you accidentally threw it directly into the lake, and it.
Damn it!
Such a shame. It was made of sugar. It must have been given by a fey queen or something. It's immediately dissolved.
Damn it! I threw my plus 20 sword into the lake. Now I have to wait for the true King of England to come and be worthy enough to claim it.
Dang it! We gave the necromancer all our gold, and then we teleported them into lava.
No one would do that. That would be
Too
stupid.
soon.
That would be stupid, Pixel. Who would do that? Who would do that, Pixel? Who would do that? Hmm?
I'm sorry, Bree.
It's okay.
That's why I love having cameras. So I can just get uncomfortably close to your camera board on the overlay.
Oh yeah, Iris, check the chat by the way. The Discord chat.
Oh,
Right. With all that said and done, we've done the icon relationship dice. You need intel. And luckily, the Guild of Icons has its own set of scouts. Cleo, who is Grounded's grandson, offers to meet you in a side room which is full of maps, it's full of globes, and it's full of books and notes.
okay. This is more personal curiosity as me for the player.
Mm.
The grandson for which of Grounded's children?
Cleo is a child of Dewey.
Are you telling me they all individually have one child?
No, they don't. There are actually more grandchildren than there were original. And I haven't decided yet who's had who. So they're all grandkids. Anyway, Cleo's waiting there, stood before a load of paperwork and says, okay, seems like going after this gold dust, this Midas, is probably your best bet. But how you want to do that is up to you. Have you got any ideas?
Might I suggest a good interrogation?
Interrogation? Okay. If that's what you think you're best at. Oh, right. Lawyer. Yeah. You. I suppose you'll be all right at that. Well, if you need someone to interrogate, we have a couple of candidates. In fact, there's a priest. There's a priest who's been preaching about the end times for a while, like before the angels came here anyway, but has kind of really quickly pivoted to being very pro submit to the angels. And this is down in Papagalosh, right? Really far away from Korakii. The angels aren't even there yet. There might be someone up there.
So you said you have plenty of candidates to interrogate. I don't suppose any of them would be volunteers?
No.
I mean, if they were volunteers, we wouldn't be interrogating them.
That would sound more like a formal interview. Or a
One
debrief.
can hope.
What? Yeah, if they were voluntary, though, that's just a conversation. It's not really an interrogation. Like, who volunteers to get interrogated?
I have already had conversations with absolutes that feel like interrogations.
Pish posh.
Okay.
Look, I said I was sorry about you dying, but you bounced back from it quite well.
Yes, amazingly well, actually. Have you seen these seams?
Okay, you said you had a couple of options.
Yeah, that's probably a closest bet to do with the... He's just like staring at those two for... That's probably a closest bet if you want to have a look into the Midas, but we have seen troop movements. They've got this. I don't know if you've seen the castle. It's called the Citadel or something, or the Aegis or something. I don't know. But that thing floats around, but it's not very fast, right? So in order to get places, they've been setting up little forts on the ground, right? And we found one. They're pretty well hidden. You can't kind of look at them directly. Like your eye just sort of slides off it automatically. But we found one. It's in the north, northern Perister, deep in the trees. I think they're probably planning to stage an attack from there, probably aiming towards Glarus, something like that.
Well, we can't go there. That would be an Aegis violation.
And you wouldn't want that. You wouldn't want that. Well, it depends what you want to know about. If you want to know about their troop movements, it'd be the north. If you want to know about this gold dust stuff, and he gestures at Heros's face and Storm's face, then you probably want to go south. Like, your choice.
Well, I must say, if our objective is to take down the house, then researching their supply and their weapons is probably going to be more beneficial than researching their troops who already have all that and whatnot.
I'm not so sure. If any of our allies have been, if you'll pardon the word, impregnated with this substance, perhaps we should understand more about its properties.
That's not a thing, right?
I do have to agree.
I regret that word.
I do have to agree. The Mortis does seem. The Mortis does seem like it's the more pressing issue, perhaps.
Well, if you go that way, I can give you one extra piece of intel if one of you wants to spend an icon relationship die.
Sorry, what's an icon relationship die?
No, this is me, the GM, saying this. If one of you spends an icon relationship die, I can give you additional information.
I must be hallucinating. For a second, you look like a human.
Wow.
Yes, all pasty and with glasses.
Wow.
I'm a nerd character.
He's all like, he looks like very like thin and toothpicky, like you could break him in half easily.
Must be side effects from being within the Midas cloud. Seeing such a thing, all of us sharing that experience.
Perhaps this truly is a bigger issue than we thought. We should probably go and interrogate that priest.
Right, we don't want anybody else being subjected to such a sight.
All right.
I'm sorry, Nick.
Do you want to spend an icon relationship die to get additional information?
Nah, I think I'll save it.
You're all good?
Lovely, by the way, Nick.
Thank you. Okay, well, you'll get some more information. So, Cleo points to some maps and goes, okay, Papagalosh, it's in the south. It's south of the deserts. On the coast is the wrong word to use because it's underwater. It's mainly inhabited by kobolds, but, you know, sea people live there as well, merfolk, that sort of thing. I mean, you also get, like, you get visitors from everywhere.
Question, how are we supposed to breathe if we go there?
There's air pockets. The buildings they're all in air instead of water. It's an intricate series of tubes that they use to get around.
I've actually been there before. It's a very nice place.
Well, you'll do well there.
I am
series of tubes. They use it to send back and forth between the buildings their fishing apparatus. It's the internet, I believe.
Oh yes, I hear this. They also.
No, I don't know where you've heard that from. That's nonsense. No, they walk between them. It's kind of a natural growth of coral tubes between them.
I've heard that artificers often use them to exchange their devices. The internet of
No,
things.
again, I don't know where you're hearing any of this from. This is very stupid indeed. Who would put something like that into a world as normal as this? Hides the tube that says the Etherverse behind it.
Honestly, if I was going to use a series of tubes to transport things, it'd mostly be cats. I'll be honest.
What, tabaxi?
No, just like regular house cats. Because they're
why?
adorable and like you could send them to people.
Okay.
I'm not opposed to the idea. I'm old Dupree.
Dupree? You mean like the Dupree political dynasty?
Let's not go to that place.
AO is seething.
Well, all you need to really know down there is laws are basically the same as Korakii. You're okay. You can use enchantment magic down there, so be on your guard.
It's good to know. I lean over. What are the laws in Korakii?
It's a capital crime.
I've got really
caught.
good hearing, by the way. I'm a scout.
We weren't talking behind your back.
You were leaning over and kind of whispering behind hands, so
Congratulations on the scout job.
thank you.
I do
I've
believe
had it
that
for
she,
years.
I do believe she didn't want to embarrass herself by speaking up on such a trivial matter.
Okay. Right. Just act natural. There's no ruler in Papagalosh. They kind of all get together and vote on everything. Every matter.
Disgusting.
Every citizen votes.
I mean, that seems like it's the fair thing.
You haven't met a lot of kobolds, have you?
I earned my vote. And
I've
most of
met
it's
quite a
communist.
few.
Okay. Otherwise, a lot of water, a lot of fish, a lot of money, a lot of jewels, gems. Not much in the way of an army, so if anything did come knocking, they would have to capitulate.
Is the resistance hurting for funds? I feel like you wouldn't have brought those other things up at the end there if it were not for the fact that you'd want us to take some of it.
When you're entering an area you don't know, it helps to have an idea of the economic situation.
Okay, so we're all going to be dirt poor when we get there.
No, they accept gold pieces there, and you have some. You'll be fine.
Well, yes, but it's apparently lousy with jewelry regularly.
Right.
Precious
Right.
gems and treasures.
They've got a good sort. They sell them to other people for gold. Yeah. They're doing pretty well. Relatively rich. Everyone shares all the money.
I do believe my friend here may be concerned about inflation. That's gold might be not be worth as much there.
That's only a problem if you go outside deep underwater and then come all the way up.
No, economic inflation. Like you know how
Right.
if you go to Paracer, gold coins buy less stuff there than they do in Korakii.
Do they?
Yeah, no, bread is expensive down there.
I just kind of hunt my own. Not bread.
I wasn't. I wasn't aware you were so well informed, girl.
I have to be. I travel a lot. Look, when bread is 2 copper a loaf, you know things are going terribly.
Anyway, I don't know what this inflation thing is, but I guess try and avoid it.
We're not sure of. Between you and us, what's with this Hannah person that everyone keeps mentioning whenever they see Seras here?
She's a pretty famous adventurer.
Would any of us have heard of Hannah?
Yes. You may not know what Hannah looked like. You probably would have heard stories. More so than anything.
Mm-hmm.
You'd swear that they were identical twins or some such with how they seem to regard Seras here.
I never met her, but Grandma spoke highly of her.
It's honestly rather uncomfortable.
Well, chances are no one will recognize you in Papa Galosh.
Well, we can't promise that they won't recognize the famous Eros Mortem.
Who? Oh, that's you. Yeah. Sorry. I mean, you've only just arrived. I'm not up to scratch on the dossiers yet.
Out of interest, Heros, what are you famous for?
Many things, paladin-like pursuits, the hunting of evil and nasty creatures, usually besieging small towns and such. I still can't remember the order I came from.
But like anything
vigilante.
specific? Anything specific? Like any specific creature?
Oh,
Great evil?
There perhaps was a basilisk at some stage. I believe a dragon was involved in one of the capers, yes.
What sort of dragon?
Red type. Not the biggest.
They're bad ones. Yeah. That's rough.
Yes, well, I was
I've still
able
never heard of
to
you.
get a few good cuts in with my sword. Unfortunately, it was missing when I awoke, and I don't think I'd be strong enough with my constitution as it is right now to be able to hold it if I had it.
Okay.
Well, have you heard perhaps of my my career in the law?
It's okay, I can see you're stunned speechless. Not everyone can face down a dragon with such courage.
Courage is not quite the word I'd use for it.
Yeah, given what we've seen so far, I think misplaced stupidity would be more accurate.
Well, only one of us died from that encounter, and it wasn't me. That was much later, to clarify.
I've seen how you handle fire.
So Papa Galosh, that's where we're headed, correct?
You look around and Cleo has left.
Must be running off to tell others of my daring pursuits.
We can only hope.
So shall we make our way to the... What were they? Airplanes, what are they called?
Yeah.
Sky movies, perhaps?
It's a movie.
A movie is an entirely different thing from an airplane. What's wrong with you?
Okay, you take the after a little bit of guidance from people, you know, because you're not 100% sure where the airplane is, you take the Sky movie, which is something that Gargoyle built and is it's a single rail under which hangs a cart that moves across, hence the name Sky Movie, of course.
Different, of course, from an in-flight movie.
Yeah, over to Gargoyle's workshop.
Monorail.
And yeah, it's completely separate from the rest of Canlor. There's this huge cleft, like gouge in the mountainside, that you cross, and you enter Gargoyle's workshop. And you step into this cavernous, almost cathedral-like space. It is huge, of this sort of black rock that is partially reflective, that is in huge columns all around you. And yeah, there's this light flickering at its center. You wind your way down some staircases, and you hear a voice that says, and I'm very sorry, Fix.
I'm very sorry too.
I'm so sorry. I'm not going to make it sound like Keir Starmer, at least.
Just a minute. I'll be there in a second.
It's bad. I'm doing my best.
Hurts. By the way, is this place made with onyx from the Phlogiston Enclave?
Yes, actually. Well remembered. Genuinely impressed. And yeah, you head further down and you can see this huge quartz crystal in the center of the room, and it is glowing white and shedding light onto the reflective black surfaces. And there's all sorts of equipment around it. And to the side, there's also this sort of ornate circle made in equal parts of brass and wood and various other parts. And you step down and the crystal flashes. And as it flashes, a voice comes from it and says,
sorry I can't meet you in person. This is, well, this is kind of a recent development.
This hurts me.
yeah, I'm sorry. Pick a normal voice next time. This
it's
is
funny
because
because the voice is kind of funny, but the way you talk is very accurate.
I do beg your pardon, but it appears your voice is somehow distorted.
Well, that's because I'm kind of stuck in this crystal.
How long has this been going on for, and have you seen a doctor?
I've been looking at engineers instead. It's been about... Well, you see, there was this... We call it a spark wave. This wave of positive energy, and it did something to most people. Brought some people back to life and changed others. And well, it doesn't react well to the crystals in my body. That's for sure.
Crystals in your body?
Well, they're kind of not in the body anymore, I guess.
How long had that been going on for, and did you see a doctor?
50 years? And no?
Probably should have seen one. Maybe could have avoided this down the line.
They kind of make me nervous.
The crystals or the doctor?
So, what happened? Did you consume crystals until you turned into one?
Look, we're not really here to talk about my life, okay?
That sounded rather defensive.
Yeah, because we're not here to... Anyway.
Oh, I do apologize. Absolute, Heroes, the other two.
Heros Mortem.
Okay. Where are you going? I can help you out with that.
Populush.
Okay. Well, you know the rules, right? Once you're
Absolutely
there,
not.
I can. Oh. Well, I can get you there right away, but once you're there, it takes a while to get you back. Okay? It has to recharge and find you again. All right?
How long is a while?
Well,
I'd
seems
say
to
about
change.
perhaps 6 combat rounds usually for the average.
Quiet you.
It depends on what you're doing and how much Midas there is.
Okay, so in this hypothetical Populush, how long are we going to be stuck there?
Oh, it's a very real Papa Galosh.
How long?
I won't know until you're there.
Look, I'm sure the details are unimportant. All that matters is that it works.
Did you speak to Sailor?
We did.
Did she say how her project was going?
No. Didn't mention a... Did she mention a project?
DM, did she mention a project?
She did not.
She did not.
Okay, well, I'm sure she's still working on it. Yeah. Okay, let's get you out of here.
So how did you get to be caught up in a rebellion? You seem quite nervous and altogether not the type of person who should be put in a leadership role.
Well, I don't know if you've noticed, but I can't move.
And lights up the airplane.
He goes, well, get in.
Seras walks through.
Okay,
Absolutely
you immediately
forfeited.
feel like you are falling. Like you are falling from an extremely high height. Around you, you can just see sort of white light that then sort of refracts into all the colors of the rainbow around you. But it just feels like you're falling for about an hour, and then boom, you're there.
I've watched this episode. There's a number at the bottom. We have to try to land on it and avoid objects.
I have been falling for 60 minutes.
You have. Yeah, you all land in Papagalosh. It is blisteringly hot, which I think we can all emphasize with, except probably Talia right now, actually. It is blisteringly hot. It's blisteringly cold. No, it's blisteringly hot in Papagalosh. It is very humid, very sweaty, and there are palm trees that you can see. So you're currently at the sort of surface level, where there's a little entryway, staircase that goes down to the first tube that will take you deeper into the city. There are a couple of guards here because this is kind of the primary entry point of the city. There are a couple of tourists. There's a trader who's come in on a skiff and is unloading things. It's the middle of the day, and yeah, it's pretty calm and it's pretty pleasant up here.
Can you believe the nerve of that guy?
I'll be honest.
I'm not sure if you noticed, but I can't move. That's him. That's what he sounds like.
That is exactly what he sounded like. That's a great impression.
It's almost like mimicry, honestly.
Yeah, that was perfect. That was exactly the noises I was making.
I'll be honest. That guy sounds like he gets bullied by children on a regular basis.
I mean, if he didn't want to turn into a giant crystal, maybe get it checked out 50 years ago, eh?
Well, maybe changes to one's body are not something one can resolve so easily.
Well, whatever that spark wave was, it wasn't nearly so hostile to me. It brought me back to life, or so I presume.
So you may presume. Yeah.
Absolute is going to approach the guards.
Okay, there's two kobolds, each holding glaives that are very large for them, but they've got like quite hefty upper body muscles for holding them and swinging it. So you reckon they can make short work of you if you get on their wrong sides. One of them looks up to you and goes, "Business or pleasure?"
Oh, greetings, officers. I am Absolute of Korakii. Perhaps you've heard of me.
Business or pleasure?
Business.
Okay.
What if we find
Step
business?
aside. Go on then. Oh, cross your legs when you're going down.
Any particular reason?
Or sometimes when you get out, it can hurt your ankles.
Absolute is sort of halfway through a curtsy when she does this and sort of wobbles a bit.
How connected to your body should your ankles be before you ride this?
She looks to the other kobold who goes, "It's probably all right."
Oh, well. Do we want to descend to the city right away? Perhaps we should ask around.
We should ask
Be my
around
guest.
in the city.
What do you want to know?
Oh, we're looking for some manner of priest. Do you know anything of this?
Yeah, Royston.
Is Royston the madman screaming about the end times and the angels?
Oh, you know him.
No, but we've heard of him. We're here looking for him.
Followers?
No.
Lovers?
We're here for business, not pleasure.
Got it. Business. Yes. Okay. What's the time? And they look up at the sun, staring directly into the sun. Okay, just gone noon. Right now he'll be outside of the temple. There's only one, you can't miss it.
I kind of wave my hand like up and down in front of one of the eyes of the ones who just stared into the sun.
They just they're blinking and staring at it. Why are you doing that with your hand?
Sorry, just... Are you okay?
Oh, we do this all the time. I've been microdosing direct sunlight since I was a baby. I'm immune to it.
Good for you. Let's go down.
We're like, okay.
Microdosing direct sunlight. That's...
The other one's like, should we have patted them down or something? He's like, nah. They're here for business. They didn't say terrorism. It's fine.
And here we are, just walking into the city, covered in weapons.
Yeah. It's fine. That's business of some kind.
This has been my experience with Welsh Border Patrol. We had an airsofting gun made of metal, and we just told them, like, hey, this is made of metal, so, like, it's gonna beep if it goes through a thing. They're like, oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah. Hey, I've never actually heard
That's what's happening.
I've never actually heard of Welsh Border Patrol. Like, I used to live in Shropshire, and I'd move in and out.
There isn't one from England to Wales, but there is one from Ireland to Wales.
Oh. Yeah, that does make more sense.
Okay, do you go down the slides? Do you cross your ankles?
Yes.
Yeah, for all the good it'll do.
Absolute does, because a cop told her to.
Yeah, of course. An absolute will do anything a cop tells her to. This is the weirdest free character I've ever had to deal with. Yeah, you go down. You go down the
means
slides.
the police in a completely different way.
You descend about 50 feet. And it gets darker and darker as you descend, as the sort of light filters through the water. It takes on a more blue and green hue. And you come out in a central plaza where there's paradoxically some trees underwater here in the ground. So the floor is a sort of a mossy stone. And then there's a lot of sort of panes of glass and stone walls around that are holding back the weight of the water. And in here, there's quite a lot of large panes of this glass that are overhead. So it kind of looks like you're outside. It's sort of dark blue, but it does sort of have a sort of sunlight vibe going on. You can assume that lower buildings won't have anywhere near as much glass, because as you go lower, the pressure gets higher and it becomes much harder to keep it at bay. But yeah, for now, you're on like a grand concourse with trees lining it. There's fountains. There's a lot of kobolds around. There's a lot of merfolk around. A lot of sea elves, that sort of thing. There's a couple of orcs. There's a couple of kenkus, a couple of humans, a couple of elves as well. You know, you're not the only non-kobold and merfolk here.
No, generally, the lower you go, the farther you are away from the bay.
Yeah.
Well, Storm, you haven't said anything much for a while. Do you have any thoughts on this matter?
Just wondering why this Midas is spreading through all of us now. Well, not quite all of us. I've been like this for a while, and it hasn't been a problem.
Quite new for me, but I have to say, it does look stunning, doesn't it?
Heroes, have you considered seeing a doctor about it?
Eros. Eros Mortem.
He's avoiding the question.
You're indeed avoiding the question, Maurice.
Well, I did see a doctor about my death, and I woke up like this, so I presume that doctors suggested.
9 out of 10 dentists recommend being alive.
You found the one dentist is like, just die. This is the only way to solve this problem. Just perish. That's it.
The 10th is also a necromancer.
Anyway, let's not get distracted. If we want to find out more about this Midas stuff or about the angels, perhaps we should locate this priest.
Right.
God said that he was probably outside of a chapel. And there is one
We
at the
said
end of this
outside of a
concourse.
temple, not a
Oh,
chapel.
temple, sorry. Temple and chapel in my head are the same thing. But yeah, there is
It's
one
just
at the end of this
assuming
concourse.
Christianity.
Yes, like the famous bard, Temple Roan.
God damn it, all of you.
Too late.
There are also market stalls on this concourse. There's people selling fish and knickknacks and potions and things of that nature.
Is anyone selling anything particularly useful?
Well, there are healing potions, there's oils, there's runes, there's everything that I wrote down in the consumable section in the Discord earlier.
Ooh.
Wow, I've seen this list before.
What's the general vibe for feedback on dead people who seem to be walking?
They're a bit weirded out, but you seem to be okay. Like, they're looking at you, but they have heard of necromancers before. You're probably the first they've
Absolutely.
seen.
Absolute glares at the people staring at Heros to mind their own business.
Give me a charisma check, please.
What you never ask. Okay, so this is my modifier plus my level, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And can I also argue Ironworld Korakii Prosecutor?
I think that works here, yeah. I think that works.
Okay, plus 13, go.
A 2.
What's an 18 plus 13?
Damn it.
31.
31.
Yeah. How did you get... Wait, your level is 4. Your charisma modifier is...
5.
20.
No, that's your charisma score.
Oh, wait, yeah, my charisma modifier
This
plus
explains
level
a
is
lot.
not. Yeah. My charisma modifier is 5. My level is 4, so that's a plus 9. And then that's a plus 4 from the background.
Jesus, okay, no, it adds up. Never mind.
Yeah, plus 13.
Good
And I rolled a natural
lord.
18.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. I was like, surely that number's impossible at this level, but no. it's fine.
Bree has been waiting all this time for a charisma roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait until
yeah.
you get to my next. That's not even as high as I can go.
The crowd wilts away from you. Like, that is a withering stare you give there. And yeah, they clear a space around you. You're able to just walk to any stall you want, and they're all, like, peeling away.
Feeling away like my skin.
Please don't say that.
Stop drawing attention to yourself.
I put a hold up. What else can I do?
You can stop talking about your skin
Stop introducing
specifically.
yourself.
Actually, I believe that my voice is perhaps the most lively thing about me, so perhaps I should talk more.
I can't actually fault your logic.
Okay, so we have a whole shopping list of things,
Mm-hmm.
most of which I can't afford.
Yep. How much gold's everyone got?
70, 20, I'm buying
80.
this weird mystery potion.
Bully, you still got that
Same.
40 gold, eh?
Huzzah! Bully! I've been collecting it on my bone plates.
Wonderful. That means that we've got 80.
Yes, we'll just have to scrape it out of my pelvis.
Oh, you can do that yourself, bully.
Okay, do you know anywhere private?
Well, the
There's
opposite
a tree.
direction. The opposite direction of wherever Absolute here is staring.
I
think that works to give Bully enough privacy to scrape his pelvis. A totally normal thing that we must all do every now and then.
You can just say scratching your arse, Nick.
We have a pelvis.
They're pelvic bones.
Yeah, so he comes back and he hands you the money.
I thought he was just a head and feet last we described him.
I think I probably... There's probably some bones lying around Kalnor that I used to build them back up.
Here's some bones that you prepared earlier.
Yeah, that's fine.
Like maybe 50 years ago?
So you both are grabbing a mystery potion. The seller says, shipment tips over and all the labels washed off. We literally have no idea what they do, so be careful.
I'm assuming that they're signing a waiver as they're putting the gold down.
Yeah, you are asked to sign a waiver before you buy them. Like, it could be poison, it could be a potion that makes you jump really high. Honestly, it could be like a marital aid. We genuinely don't know.
Okay, Absolute pulls out a small quill, which floats in the air and signs on her behalf, and hisses slightly at the seller. William.
Is your cat all right?
What kind of cats have you seen down here?
Well, not
just
many,
the ones they
but
sent through the tubes.
That thing hissed at me.
Yes, many things that hiss are not cats.
Well, it's not a snake, is it? It's furry.
Oh, no. Do you think birds are furry?
Yeah.
Fair point. So would you argue a bird is a cat?
Birds don't hiss.
No, some birds hiss.
Do they?
And me.
Well, there's your answer. Not a cat. And she picks up Quilliam.
Okay, is your bird okay?
Oh yes, Quilliam's quite fine.
Right, well. Just, sign there and hand over the gold and potion's all yours. But don't come running to me if it's a weird one, alright?
Yep. How much gold is this again? 20?
It is 50 gold pieces.
Okay, 50. I'm sure I won't regret getting this instead of a health potion.
There are 10 possible random effects listed, and let me tell you, some of them are really bad, but some of them are really good. Like, this is a deck of many things potion. It's great.
A bottle of many potions.
Yeah.
Storm slips Seras 10 gold.
Thank you.
Just quietly.
Seras pockets the gold.
Okay,
No,
I remember the last time we fought anything, and the more gold we had on us, the more damage we took. Let's just get rid of this.
I'm not going to turn down gold.
Yeah, no.
It's gold.
I wouldn't.
What's
I wouldn't be so cheap
gold
to
has
use the same enemy twice, would I?
Gold has never hurt me before.
Apart from, well, okay, yeah, but it hurt several other people.
But not me.
Seras, I only learn from my own mistakes. Okay, sounds great. Anyone else buying anything?
No, my health hasn't been an issue so far. I've rather just died instantly.
Yeah, you did. I mean, there was an item on that list for when you are, dying, so...
I have 80 gold.
I mean, would dying matter? I'm pretty sure it was an instant death.
True. Okay.
Yeah, I get to roll 5 death saves, and I got to roll none of them.
If that's all your shopping, then yeah, you can keep going. You're only 2 more combats away from finally getting a long rest, so you know you'll soon get some benefits back.
Well, 2 encounters.
We're 2 more encounters.
Not necessarily combat.
That is true.
I'm pretty sure we were 1 encounter away.
By my count, you're 2, but it might be 1. Either way, I only have 1 plan, so it's fine.
Look, that gargoyle was rather square, but I'd hardly call it an encounter.
Are you moving on?
Yes.
Yep.
All right. Well, there is this temple in the distance. Could well be where your priest is, or your strange raving madman, depending on point of view.
If it isn't, it's a strange direction you're pushing us in for a live stream.
Yeah, I mean-
Should take you to church, you know.
Plot twist, he's not actually religious, he's just very good at hitting fish.
I watched Conclave last night. This is all I want. It's just
No, see, the truth is we misheard, and the kobold told us to go to a tavern named the Temple.
yes. Well, as you approach, you can hear a relatively loud voice echoing over everyone's heads, and it's sort of shouting about the ends of time and space and everything, and how this has brought on the need for the angels. You hear this voice go, "Only by submitting entirely to the might of the angels will we possibly save ourselves. They are so much more powerful than us. You have heard what they did to Korakii. They will do that to us here. The water is no savior for us. Petrichor is silent. We must submit to the angels. We must give them everything they want, and then they will save us and lift us up to live with them in their shining castles."
Wow, Vrixis ended up a lot different than I thought he would.
This sounds like the person.
Storm flinches a little during that rant, but
Are you
Yeah.
alright, Storm?
huh? Yeah, nothing. Yeah, all good.
Good. There's no place for weakness in this operation. Now, we have our man. Where's our place? And what shall our method be?
The kobold points at you. Absolute, because currently you're stood kind of with a massive ring of people around you. But like they're keeping their distance because of that point from earlier. So you're like in the middle,
dear.
and he's like parting the crowd as you approach, and he's like, "You there? You understand the need to submit. Why me have to give everything to the angels? Our lords and
Do I look
masters.
like I've submitted to an angel?
Our lords and masters on this earth have done nothing for us. They cower away in their castles, but those castles will too be destroyed."
Okay, at this point, I'd like to cast Friends.
What are the rules in this in this game for this spell?
Okay, so firstly, I get +3 to charisma checks for the entire scene. I've taken a feat, so I can also see anyone who's disguised or invisible.
Okay.
Yep. And it's recharge on 16 plus, and I don't think there's actually any other rules for it. Feel free to correct me.
Okay, you just get a benefit. That's cool. No, I'm trusting you. I just want to know what I'm dealing with. That's great. So yeah, you get that benefit. I will tell you, there's no one in disguise currently here.
No one invisible?
No one invisible either. I can't believe you've done this in a second game where you're looking for invisible objects. Stop it.
I'm in
I'll
disguise,
find
kind of.
Yeah,
I'll
actually, you
find
can
an
see through
invisible object.
you can see through Heros Mortem's disguise. And just that's it.
What does all right, yeah. I
It's
can
got his
see
hood
through
up.
his
You
hood.
just see through my
That's
hood.
it. Yeah, that's the only disguise that's going on. Seras, can you describe what you look like to Absolute, please?
Oh, geez. Have you ever seen, has Absolute ever seen, like, the visual flare of a magical effect, like, for casting a spell?
Multiple times, probably.
Yeah, you see a pillar of that.
Yeah, absolutely. Just sort of glances at Seras in the corner of her eye and gives her a significant look. But obviously, she's a bit more focused on the kobold right now.
I'd $1 for every time a member of the Guild of Icons who looked like Hannah turned out to not always look like Hannah. Honestly, I'd have $2. That'd be great.
For a second there, I thought they were going to say you looked like that Hannah person.
Well, what is your answer?
Tell me, kobold. Do you think I look like I've ever served an angel?
There are so many kobolds here. Use my name. Say it. It is Royston Duxford.
Very well, waterfowl.
Waterfowl are a noble beast. We live under the water. The water gives us everything. Being a waterfowl is no shame. No shame at all, I say to you.
Right. And yet, you say we are lesser, that we must submit.
We must submit.
You know, I can't help but notice that you didn't refute the fact that she called you a waterfowl.
It is an honorable thing, creature.
Absolute rolls her eyes, looks at the crowd and says, "What's a load of this guy? Is he really worthy of your attention?"
Give me a charisma check.
Okay,
give
plus
me a
15
charisma check.
plus 16. Plus 16.
Plus 16 because of your friends. Yeah. Ooh.
Okay, that's a natural 15 for a 31 again.
Good, because you needed 30. To beat Royston Duxford at his own game, you needed a 30, and you have. The crowd are mumbling and murmuring a little bit, and they're like, and you can sort of hear people generally expressing support for your points. You're making good points here. Even Heros was making good points here. Even Heros.
We're sure right to make fun of his name.
Yeah,
the argument.
The irrefutable argument of get a load of this guy.
You're trying to sway a crowd. That's what works. Logic doesn't work with crowds. He looks at you and goes, Wait, creature. Lift your hood.
Respect
and
my
you
friend's
there,
privacy.
He points at Storm. Come closer.
You're only proving how you can't be trusted. Absolute is not wearing a hood.
I mean you. Lift your hood. Come closer. I want to see.
Storm comes closer, but is glaring at. Tries to do Absolute's trick here. And just
give me a charisma check.
An open
give me
challenge.
A death stare charisma check.
Yeah. Yeah, no, none of those background supply. Let's go. How's a 25?
A 25 is not anywhere near as good as what Absolute was getting, but you are pushing them back away from you nonetheless. Like, you're not getting anywhere near the radius that Absolute is getting. But you are getting, they are parting ways for you, because a 25 is a ridiculously hard check at Adventurers here.
As I approach, I kind of like keep the hood down and I just say, if these angels are bringers of such prosperity as you claim they are, why does Korakii now lie in ruins at their hands?
Give me a charisma check, please, Heros Mortem.
Oh no.
We've got the all charisma party here. It's fine, right? I think
Yeah,
Seras has the
kinda.
lowest charisma at 16. Like,
Don't think I've got any backgrounds that help in debate, so... that's 24.
a 24?
It's
Okay.
pretty good.
It's not good enough to beat Royston Duxford. The crowd are not on your side with this, but it's high enough that there's no real negative repercussions either. But one of the crowd does shove you towards Royston Duxford.
Don't worry, I can salvage it.
Okay.
Absolute turns and glares at this individual.
They wither back after shoving.
If you're so certain that these angels are as angelic as you say they are, then what's your response to that? And as I bring my head up, I'm going to use my Spirit-born ability. And my soul kind of jumps out of my body, like in front for a moment before receding back in. And that should leave him dazed.
Ooh. Okay, he is dazed for a second. He stood there like, never seen this horror in my life. What is... That is most... You are no natural being, are you? Are you with the angels?
Why would you presume I'm with the angels if I'm so horrible?
He points at
Perhaps.
Storm. Because of that one.
It sounds like your opinion of the angels isn't all that you hype it up to be.
The angels are to be feared. They are fearsome. We are but ants before their might. Now lift your hood. And he hops. The crowd gasps. He doesn't. He hops down from this plinth and scurries towards you, and looks up at you, because he is a kobold. And you can see, splintering away from the corners of his mouth, like veins, gold. Yes, we're not so different, you and I, are we?
Oh no.
No, I must say, I find myself to be quite more likable.
You're funny. I'll give you that. I don't like it, but I'll give it to you. Where did you get your gold?
Oh, well, you know, gold, it kind of comes and goes as you purchase things and sell things.
You know what I mean.
Do I?
It is genuinely taking every ounce of my being not to go full Palpatine with this guy. Witness the full might of the angels.
Well, let's see. Last I recall, I didn't have these seams in my skin until an angel attack on Korakii.
So you have seen their might up front. You have seen it with your own eye sockets, and still you deny it.
And yet still here we are.
I mean, Eros changed the angel's face. It's a lot less scary now.
No, that's absolute.
Your cowardice
Oh,
to
yeah,
accept
absolutely, yeah.
reality shows plain on your face.
Would you cower to accept the reality that those angels wanted us dead, and yet here we stand alive?
Why do you think the angels want you dead? You stand here alive.
Because they attacked us. They were attacking us up to the point at which we left.
He leans in close and he whispers into your ear. The gold is the plan. Not death, but gold. He pulls back and smiles at you.
Okay.
He's
Now, why does that only work when people say to me?
Did any of the rest of us hear what he said, or
He said it probably loud enough that anyone with a wisdom score of 17 or higher has heard it.
Wait a minute.
So, Seras, you have 18.
Okay.
Can I try to make a check to see what kind of tone he was trying to deliver with that whisper?
Sure. Give me wisdom.
Wisdom. Okay. 10.
It's probably threatening you, I think.
What's that you say? The gold is the answer? It's the plan, not death?
Loath though I am to give away my secrets to someone so eager to blab them in public, you and I should perhaps talk somewhere private.
You'll need to permit my friends to come with us.
Of course. Well, and he gestures at Storm. That one was always coming. The other two
are coming.
Why have you not goldened them yet? Gilded them.
Golden, huh?
ironically?
Yes, this entire thing is a pun on the Guild of Icons.
Well, if you want to know, perhaps we should move into more private quarters.
Fine. There is a warehouse deep below.
Lead the way.
Fine.
Splendid.
He wanders off towards, there's a series of tubes that head down below, and yeah, he slides down because you go from this normal bit to, and then everyone gets on the water slide.
Yeah. Please tell me he raises his hands and goes "wee" the whole way down.
No, this is business as usual for him. He's completely demure going down the slide. His ankles are crossed. He knows what he's doing. Straight down. The rest of you are feel free to wee. I couldn't phrase that better.
This is jubilant, I must say.
I did this below the sewers of Korakii once. My cousin never let me hear the end of it.
Sounds like a nerd.
Yes, they quite are, but they're well-meaning.
I think I know someone she'd be great friends with, or they'd be great friends with.
You're not doing the voice right anymore. You got to sound like this.
I think I know someone. I don't know.
That's the gargoyle voice. You've lost it.
It feels like you hurt yourself attempting it.
That's what happens when you let the GM take your character.
I don't know what's happened. I genuinely, I think it's the heat. I think I've had heat stroke at this point. But yeah, you're all sliding down the massive slip and slide to the warehouse. This all seemed very serious when I was planning it, and yeah, you step out. You're in. It's much darker down here. The light at the surface barely reaches the bottom now. There's a lot of coral growing all over the buildings here. You can see here, it's a small sort of warren almost, a sort of kobold den with a lot of smaller tunnels linking individual stone buildings together.
The water slide seemed so serious when I was writing it.
I know, it just seemed so serious. But yeah, you come out there, and Royston Duxford, which is the silly part of it. By the way, Royston Duxford, his name? It is a sign I saw on the road on my drive on the weekend. It said Royston that way 8 miles, Duxford that way 2 miles. I was like, Royston Duxford, there's the name. Finally, I've got it. Nailed
Slowly
it.
narrowing down the location that you can send your hate mail for Nick's gargoyle voice.
I was so far away from my house. It's fine. You can look up where Royston and Duxford are. It's in Cambridge. It's fucking nowhere near me.
Well, if we're talking about such things, I once regularly drove past a sign that said Ingle Pingle, like an actual proper road sign.
That's a minotaur's name. It's got to be something really big and scary. It's Ingle Pingle.
That is a very traditional and old-fashioned Goliath, man.
yes, exactly. Anyway, you've made it into the lair of Royston Duxford, and he stands surrounded by paperwork and some flyers that he's getting made up that basically say on them, "Submit to the angels." You know, it's his manifesto essentially. And
this is a nice place. How much do you pay for rent?
I don't. This was donated to me.
Oh, Nick, does this count as a new scene, or is this still the same one?
This is the same scene. It'll be a new scene once a different kind of encounter starts, depending on what you do.
Okay.
But this is the same sort of conversation that you're having with him.
Okay. Do I see anyone invisible or disguised?
No one invisible or disguised, but there are other people here, and I was about to describe them. There's about 20 kobolds in this warren. They're sort of moving in through the tunnels. The tunnels are smaller than the big slides you've been coming down. You could move through them, but you can't move through them as fast as a kobold, basically.
Nor can you move through them keeping any sort of dignity.
No, you got to like really squidge down and scurry. But the kobolds are able to move through really fast. You know, they've built this area for themselves. You can sort of see through one tunnel, there's a load of mattresses on the ground. So maybe it's like a bunkhouse or a flop house or something. And through another one, you can see a load of crates and, a chest. And is that some gold? Maybe. But Royston is before you and says, "So, you have your gold, but you do not know your mission yet. Maybe I can help with that."
By all means. I'm going to... Can I find like a parchment? A piece of parchment and like a piece of charcoal and just hold on to them?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You have been brought to Papagolosh, presumably by higher orders. You know that you are meant to be here, but you do not know why. Well, I know why. Deep, deep below, in a cavern unreachable, lives a god. Petrichor itself resides in a cave on the sea floor, hundreds and hundreds of feet below us.
Sorry, just a question of logic. If it's unreachable, how does anyone know this?
We have the scrolls. It is possible...
the scrolls, of course.
The land has shifted over the time. Back in the Titans' War, the land would shift whenever Fontaine willed it. Now he just sticks fingers and hands and reaches for a world that is not his anymore. Petrichor similarly lurks, afraid to unleash its power. We aim to convince it.
Look, there's nothing wrong with lurking in a stream.
Just been chilling in rivers. The Heros Mortem way. Standing there in a river just...
Honestly, it's the people who lurk in streams that hold society together.
Yeah. We love you.
If we can reach Petrichor, we can convince it to fight on our side for the angels.
Would Absolute have any idea how theologically sound this is?
Petrichor's a real thing. But if you want to know any more than that, give me an intelligence check, please.
Okay. So that's going to be +7 from my level and modifier. Could I argue poet, because this feels like a very poetic sort of thing?
No, I think we're doing book learning on this one.
Okay. Ironborn Korakii prosecutor is not quite the same sort of...
I don't think you've prosecuted a god yet, but you may have a chance to by the end of the campaign.
It's good to have ambitions.
It is good to have ambitions. This one might have to be flat.
Okay, 7 it is. Cool. That is a natural 12 for a 19.
Okay. Seems sound. Petrichor's a real thing. Fontaine's a real thing. We all know this. maybe you can talk to it.
You plan on talking to the dirt?
Not talking, no. And he points at his mouth.
You plan on bribing the dirt?
No.
Yes, what
First of
do
all, the
you
dirt
plan
is
on doing?
Fontaine. I need to be clear. Petrichor is the sea and the sky. Much as you now have the gold flowing through your bodies, what if we do that to Petrichor? We can spread the Midas to every part of this world instantly.
Hang on a
That's
second.
Midas.
And then I just turn away from him and back to everyone else and disregard him. All right, so I think I'm beginning to piece together what's happening here. This guy was originally against the angels, got infected with this Midas nasty stuff, and has completely changed his tone. The question is...
It is not nasty. It is a gift.
Are you in this conversation?
You're saying it very loudly.
Yes, and you're also
Yes.
speaking loudly, but you can do that yourself. Now,
You are shouting quite loudly, Heros.
the question is, why are we not affected?
That's a very interesting we.
Well, I wasn't the only one singled out. I like to
I
storm.
look at Storm.
Yeah.
Is Seras
Storm's
gonna look
kind
at
of-
Storm? We're all doing it.
Peer pressure.
No, I'm not going to be peer pressured.
I meant peer pressuring Storm.
Yeah, Storm's just kind of awkwardly shuffling around. This whole conversation has her slightly rattled.
Okay.
Yeah.
Absolute's going to sort of lean toward... Wait, how tall is Storm compared to Absolute?
Storm is, according to my character sheet, 1 Charizard tall.
4'11".
Absolute is probably taller than them then. Okay, so
It
Absolute
does
sort
actually
of
say
kneels,
that on the character sheet. I can confirm.
Absolute sort
Sure
of kneels
does.
down slightly and whispers to Storm. Okay, if you know something, now's a good time to speak up. What do you know?
That whole speech just, I don't know, felt weirdly directed.
If I might, I have a theory. When I awoke from my eternal slumber, I heard some sort of direction from what I can only describe as Morian itself. Perhaps Morian's influence is holding back my persona from being overtaken by this angel craziness.
That's unusual though. I have no connection with Morian myself. Yes,
You
I
don't
am
have this
myself.
stuff running through your veins.
No, but before I woke up in Korakii, the last thing I remembered was dying, decades ago. So it appears, have either of you two, died before and had it not take?
No.
She says
Multiple
to Seras.
times.
We'd already established with you. Storm?
Only when the sky fell.
No, I'm still on my first life.
Okay, can I spend an icon dice? Die?
Mhm.
Okay, so I've got a 6 for the Archfiend, and previously I made a pact with the Archfiend. Could I potentially have learnt something while I was making this pact about what might be going on here?
Okay, so you want to spend it for information. Please roll me a d20. They got rid of the 5s versus 6s thing because they found people just weren't spending 5s. So now they both work, but you roll a d20 to determine if you get complications instead when you use it.
Okay, so it's just a straight roll.
Straight roll. I'm so sorry,
Trick
Brie.
question. None of my rolls are straight. But that's a 4 for my hubris.
Oh, that's a 4, so you're going to get a complication, but you do still get to get the answer. Like, you do still get the information. Okay. So, the information that the arch-fiend Ashmedai has imparted in your head about this. 3 words. Midas is control.
Midas is control. It would appear you're right on the money, heroes.
Well, yes, insofar as it's making them act all cuckoo for some kind of grain. But why isn't it affecting us? Both I and Storm seem to be, well, in some parts made of this thing now.
Well, perhaps our friend here is more, saturated, as it were. Or, well, money corrupts. Perhaps the gold accumulates over time. Or perhaps it's just not had a chance to take an effect.
Perhaps. Storm, do you have any connection to any gods, or have any of them spoken to you?
What do you reckon, GM?
Well, you probably have some measure of belief in Petrichor as a, former smuggler.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, communing with Petrichor is complicated because a lot of the time you're hearing the wind around you or feeling it around you and sort of interpreting that. Sometimes you're just misinterpreting the wind, and it is just the wind. Sometimes you can miss when Petrichor tries to tell you something. It's a little complex. But you think you've probably been contacted by Petrichor before?
Do you reckon anything special happened on that one event? From my one unique thing?
You woke up and there was gold splintered along your body.
And also the ship had vanished and was replaced with Flotsam.
Yeah. There was an extremely strong smell of ozone and the ship was gone, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I mean, Seras, haven't we all heard the wind?
Okay, so I'm gathering that Petrichor perhaps contacted you. I think perhaps my suspicions were right on the money that the gods are interfering with whatever kind of control this gold is trying to take over us.
But that leaves us in a awkward situation now, does it? If they're trying to bring the gold to Petrichor,
yes, we are rather probably going to have to stop them.
This also leaves me in mind.
Or, Seras begins to say very loudly to catch the attention. Perhaps
you've come to a conclusion.
Perhaps you all are right. Perhaps it is best to take this gold down to see Petrichor. Seras winks at the others.
I am so glad you have come around to the might of the angels, and you too will be saved.
I just think it'd be nice to see the waters flow gold.
We're going along with the might of the angels, but we're not really big on you two yet.
Oh yes, the bard who created a spell to forcibly transmit their songs to the populace.
Brothers, sisters, we have one here who wishes to be saved. Take her away. And the kobolds come in and grab you, Seras, and start pulling you in through one of the tunnels away.
Now hold on a minute.
Do you not wish to be saved? I offer you salvation now.
I will be saved when I see this mission be sought through. I don't want to be saved by those who can't even hold up their end.
It's a good point.
Charisma check, please, Seras.
I do love this. Charisma, that is my best stat.
It is. Everyone's good at charisma.
I have nothing here that can...
bunch.
That's not bad, though. That is an 18 plus 7.
25.
No, 8. 18 plus 8.
26.
Ooh.
Okay. They let go for a second, and Royston Duxford looks at you and goes, "You wish to be saved by an angel, by a higher being. It can be arranged."
Either an angel or a god themselves, but you... Not you. I can't trust you.
I suspect you'll need to make good on your plan first to prove that it's possible.
Absolute. There is a searing pain on the inside of your arm, and you look down and you see smoldering, burned scars in your arm. The spell in intricate and very precise scarring. Kill him. That's your
But the
congregation.
kerneling is very off.
From Ashmedai there. He wants something.
Tell me, why would you not allow my companion to make a decision on her own terms?
You either support the might of the angels and their grand plan for this whelpling civilization, or you are against them and you oppose every step and must be struck down. The only safe ally is a saved ally.
Of course. So you're saying, we're either with you or against you?
Yes.
Precisely what I was hoping to hear. I cast Sinner's Pyre on Seras.
Roll initiative. Roll
I
initiative.
was hoping to save this for when we actually got down to the god, but okay.
I mean, a fight in an even more pressurized environment where we could potentially implode, probably.
Well, I
Nick would
mean,
never do that to us.
importantly, you don't know
Nick
a
would
way down
absolutely
there
do it
yet.
to us.
I mean, he said there's no current way down there, so you got to be careful. I created some improvised tokens for all of you because I was bored of looking at the default ones, but I will get one out for Bully.
Oh no,
Right,
I love
is
this. This is good.
This Dexterity Plus level.
You believe so?
Yes, that's what it says on my sheet.
Always
And
all
thankfully,
caps
I
for
get-
Bully Justin.
Thankfully, as a human, I get to roll initiative advantage of my initiative.
Yes.
Yeah, humans.
Well, I
did look
get a
interesting
roll
in this
twice
one.
and pick. I get a roll twice and pick, but that's effectively initiative.
I've pre-rolled initiative for Royston Duxford and the angry kobold mob.
Oh, I'm rolling initiative. That means I get to. Good news. Yeah, high witness.
Yeah.
James.
No.
Wait, no, it doesn't. Good news. There's no high witness. You're fine. for now.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
question, GM.
Great.
Mhm.
Does my Sinner's Pyre go off immediately, or is it going to wait till my turn?
It's going to wait till your turn. You don't really have the drop on any of them. They're kind of expecting something. Like, you haven't completely disarmed Royston Duxford because you've been arguing with him a lot. So he is expecting something. So it will go in initiative order. Although, actually, I'm looking at the time. Maybe we should take a break. Let's get ready to rumble!
Is Nick doing this really long? Has the stream broken?
No, that was just me. Right.
I think Nick's been pulled out of the Matrix.
Yeah, turn 1. Storm, over to you.
Yay!
You got this.
Have to roll a d5 to work out who my spell is targeting.
Oh, what spell is it?
Yours. But no, it's my spell. But it's yours.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's an iconic spell from Dwarf King, which I'm assuming is Marion.
No,
No.
there is a dwarf
No,
king.
no, Marion.
It's the Forge Fiend.
There you go. And yes. So it's going to do something nice for one of us, but who that one is, I rolled a 1. That's me. I'm first initiative order. So I now have to roll a d20 to work out what it does.
Are you targeting
And-
yourself? Oh no.
Yes, I am.
Chaos Mage.
That's fine.
You have no idea what
I
is
know, I get to
happening
make
from
a-
one turn to the next.
This whole turn's been an adventure. Like, I targeted a random ally or myself anywhere on the battlefield, apparently. And then I roll a d20 and it either heals using a recovery or lets me make a basic attack as a free action.
Okay.
So, does basic attack include spells? Do I have to
No.
roll? Another
It's
spell?
your basic
No?
melee
Cool.
or your basic ranged.
Cool. Well, then I'm going to use my basic melee attack. No, I'm not. That does no damage. I'm going to...
It's true for some reason.
My dagger does 0 damage. It's beautiful.
I wanted to be able to do negative damage so that you can give them health.
So instead, I'm going to throw a dagger.
Okay.
Plus 3. I'm going to throw it at the angry kobold here.
Yep, Angry Kobold Mob. Right, I'm going to be honest to you all about the rules. The Angry Kobold Mob, they're mooks. We all know how this works. So they have a big
Hell
old
yeah.
mob. Royston Duxford is Royston Duxford. These tubes, right? So in this game, everyone is nearby to each other by default. Sometimes you're far away. If you're in the same room, you are nearby to each other. If you're in a different room, you're far away. If you can see through the tube, you've got a -2 to hit them because you're trying to shoot it through the tube, okay? If you can't see through the tube, no line of sight. You can move from any room connected to your room using your movement, okay? The kobolds can move anywhere.
Okay.
There you go. You're all good. Those are the rules for this combat.
Cool.
All right, attack that
so
mob. Don't kill it.
I roll a 12 to targeting AC.
Nope, that misses. So dagger do.
Cool.
And the kobolds are looking angry, like. "Rah, rah, rah." That's the noises they're making at the moment.
Yeah, just whizzes past and
Mhm.
almost
Anything
hits
else?
Seras. No, that's the end of my turn. So let me roll a new thing and excellent. Current weirdness. If you do when one of your allies casts an arcane spell this battle, that spell gains a small bonus effect chosen by the GM.
What? Okay. All right. Well, everyone's going to have to tell me if you use an arcane spell because I'm going to need to know. All right. Okay. We go to
yeah.
Seras.
Cool. Seras. Because I get to do a funny thing now that an item I got last session is an orb that makes it to where I can cast any of my summoning spells as a quick action, but the summon doesn't appear until the beginning of my next turn. This lets me do something very funny, though. Something funny I call dual casting. So I'm going to start with my regular action. Seras begins chanting.
Okay.
Elegant dragon of the skies, the mount of champions and heroes, the great Kirin, Storm Dancer. As she summons the horse this turn, the Kirin, Storm Dancer, to the field.
That's very cool. Let me find you a token.
Storm Dancer, who is based on a children's book here in Papa Galosh, who is supposed to be a champion of Petrichor.
Okay. I mean, feel free to position Storm Dancer wherever you want.
You know what? I think Storm Dancer is going to be right there.
Lovely.
Feels like a Monster Hunter.
Oh, yeah. So
Storm
no one can
Dancer.
actually see Storm Dancer then.
Try a refresh if you can't see Storm Dancer.
No, I mean, no one has visual line of sight to Storm Dancer right now.
Oh, right. Yeah, because there's
yeah.
a wall here. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And as my quick action, I'm going to begin chanting for my second summon.
Yep.
Take
Hell
control.
yeah.
The secrets are yours. Magic is yours. The world is yours. Grand Mage. And in a turn, the Black Mage is going to spawn somewhere on the field.
Okay. Sounds great. Fantastic. Anything else?
Oh, yes. There's actually a few other things.
Okay.
First things first. When I summon a creature using a standard action specifically, so I can't use it with my quick action one, it gets a summoner's boon of my choice.
Mm-hmm.
In this case, I'm going to do Tactical Insight. The Aeon gains my intelligence modifier to disengage checks.
Oh, that's helpful. Yeah. Okay. I assume Storm Dancers go immediately.
Yes, it is. And because it is the turn I summoned it, I actually get to control Storm Dancer here.
Nice.
Storm Dancer is going to... Does an escalation die of 0 count as even, would you say?
I would. Mathematicians would disagree. But I would.
Cool. Storm Dancer, quick action, but the escalation die must be even. Immediately, all nearby enemies are dealt damage equal to its level, which in this case is 3.
Okay.
So all nearby enemies take 3 damage, first of all.
Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 30 damage to the angry kobold mob. So 2 of them die. So take out 2 wherever you would like.
Oh, sweet. And yeah, that's just a quick action I could do every even escalation.
Now I need to
die.
make a save because you have taken out 2 kobolds and they have this group ability. Each time an enemy attack reduces 1 or more angry kobolds to 0 hit points, roll a berserker transformation save. All right.
No.
Adding the number of angry kobolds that were slain with the attack. Okay, that's a 12. Transform one of the remaining angry kobold mooks into a really angry kobold.
Is it no longer a moot?
It is no longer a mook. It is a troop.
Oh, I like this.
Yeah, this is very, very
This is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. It's a shame it's probably about to happen again because Storm Dancer is going to trample one of them.
Okay.
As horse-shaped creatures tend to do.
Pretty sure that the
that
very
is a
angry kobold is
that is a
Maxie's
20.
favorite children's book. Sorry.
What was the number, sir?
A 20 to hit.
20 to hit. 20 will hit. Assuming that's targeting AC.
Is it targeting?
Physical defense.
Oh, definitely hits. Yep.
Yes, the Very Angry Kobold, sequel to the Very Angry Paladin.
Yeah, so that's 15 damage.
15 damage. Please take out another kobold.
And as part of this action, it gets a free disengage to anything engaged with it. It's going to start making its way up. It's going to make its way up to the really angry kobold and engage.
Okay. That kobold is getting replaced with really angry kobold B. Oh, they're so angry. I only have to roll a 6 or higher for this to trigger. It's great.
Well, it's fine. They're on the other side of the room to us.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Yeah. That's fantastic, though, Storm Dancer. Really good work. Royston Duxford's turn. Royston Duxford is going to... How good are you in melee, Royston? You're not bad in melee, Royston. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh no.
Okay, Royston Duxford is going to go there. He's going to do a ranged attack. Brings out a staff that flares with fire and is going to shoot this at Storm and Seras. It can target one nearby enemy and one other nearby enemy who is engaged with a kobold. So, against Seras, this is against your physical defense. Oh, natural one. Terrible. Miss. Which means it potentially strikes a kobold.
Oh, Nick, did you say it was a natural 1?
Yeah. Oh, no. What happens on a natural 1, Bree?
You have activated my trap. My curse of chaos.
Your curse of chaos. Okay, what happens?
Okay, so if an enemy rolls a 1 to 5, I turn it into a 1. It's already a 1. And I can improv a curse.
Okay, improvise a curse while I roll against a random angry kobold, just in case it strikes it, because a natural 1, when ranged into melee, it can attack an ally. Fuck. Okay. All right.
Okay, so Nick has this for a curse. All of a sudden, the other kobolds can't actually tell Royston from us.
That's not going to work, based on the fact that Royston is very specifically a bard who
fair enough.
improves the power of the kobolds. But one kobold has just died. I will say that.
A curse.
Can you turn his gold into silver?
No, you can't do that either. That would be like angel level. Curse-wise, with this, you could... You know what? What if you gave him...
Could I just break his ranged weapon?
No, again. But you could go for shocked. You can impose shocked for 1 turn as a curse.
Yes,
that's a relatively new condition. Essentially rolls with disadvantage on all attacks.
Yep, that sounds good to me then.
As this backfire curse hits. So the attack has killed an angry mob. I've got to do another save. They're not going to survive long.
Even if he did it.
Nat 20. Yeah, it doesn't matter who did it. It's just if they're reduced to 0. Nat 20. So I'm afraid you're not getting a really angry kobold. You're getting an extremely angry kobold.
Yeah.
This is a different stat block as well.
They just upset the competence of their leadership.
They're pretty feisty. So these stat blocks are from the bestiary, and each of these has a little subtitle that says what they are. The really angry kobold is, oh no, now you've made it angry. And the extremely angry kobold, it just says underneath, uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I do love the tone of the books.
Oh yeah. So it is now targeting Storm, because that was the second target, with disadvantage because of Absolute's curse. Okay. Bringing it down to a mere 17 versus physical defense.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Oh, you're lucky though. Oh, no, you're not lucky. That's even worse. Oh, shit. Okay. You take 6 fire damage.
Okay.
All allies of Royston Duxford gain a +2 attack bonus and +7 damage bonus against Storm. Hard save ends. So 16 up save end.
Right.
Quick
put a
turn
little-
into 6.
No.
I can't.
+2 to hit. +7 to damage. Hard
Jesus.
save.
Okay.
ends. Yeah. This is the bard ability that he's got here. He doesn't do much damage, but he riles everyone else up. Royston, that's your go. Good work, Royston. You killed your own person and you nat one things, but you know, things are looking up. Okay, it's the angry kobold mob. Right, first of all, a bunch of them are moving in. Da-da-da-da.
Oh, hello.
And they're coming into...
No, that's Admiral Sean.
These ones are coming in to engage Heros Mortem. Bully Chesterton can intervene if you would like.
Sure.
Okay, so you just position Bully Chesterton. Because you're intervened, you can't intervene more than one person, though, so some are going to go around.
Okay.
But the other one's coming into you.
Is that one engaging with me?
Yes.
Cool. I cast Flash Freeze, which has the special ability. You can cast the spell any time during battle, even on an enemy's turn.
Okay. That's kind of cool. Is it a free action, then?
Yeah,
That's really cool if it is. I mean, it probably is.
So.
I've always...
Yeah, I didn't write it on my spell card, but I'm pretty sure it is, otherwise it wouldn't really work.
These ones are... You know what? This one's moving in the pipe to there. These ones are coming down south. And over to here. And they're coming in round the other side to Storm Dance. Because they're kobolds, they can go through these tunnels very, very quickly. Ooh, pardon me. Terribly sorry. Very, very quickly. Yeah, that's them all moved. Yeah, so how's this spell work?
Okay, so first of all, Flash Freeze, it's a ranged attack, charisma plus level versus physical defense, but I'm going to spend 2 of my Mesa Magic points to cast the first channel spell, meaning I deliver it for a melee attack. That is to say, I'm going to stab them with my rapier.
Is this an at-will or a daily or something? Recharge?
Once per battle.
Once per battle? That's nice. That's really good. That's a great spell. Yeah, okay, go for it. Yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
Okay.
How do I make a sticky note?
So they are on the bottom right. You may not have access to them. If you want me to make one for you, I can just drag one out.
I'd appreciate.
There you go.
If it matters, channel spell also means I don't provoke any opportunity attacks from casting the ranged spell. And the only limit is I need to be engaged to all targets, and this is only one target, so I guess it's that kobold that's just shuffled
That's
up to me.
fantastic. Yeah.
I also
if you need to type in it,
weapon.
Iris, it's shift and enter. Then you can type. Okay, so absolute. Yeah, they're running in, and you're like, I'm ready for this.
Okay, I believe that's a +10 because I've got that magical rapier. Does an 18 hit?
Does an 18 hit what though?
Oh, sorry. Does an 18 hit their AC?
It does.
All right. Okay. So, Flash Freeze. What is that? 7 plus 3. It's 10. Okay, that's 15. Oh, another thing. I rolled a natural 8. Flash Freeze has the ability, on a natural even, your target is dazed, -4 to attacks until the end of my next turn.
Okay, so that one
interesting.
is dazed. -4 to attacks, which is great because it was about to attack you.
Yeah. And damage-wise, that's 15 from the spell, and it also takes my melee attack of another 19. So that's 25 plus 9, 34.
Is that total 34 damage?
Yep.
Jesus. Not even on your turn. Okay.
I mean, it cost me 2 of a very limited resource.
Okay, 3 kobolds die. Take away 3 from the mob, please.
Okay. I mean, I've got to get this one. So I guess that being dazed doesn't do anything.
No, I suppose not, but it's dead, which is a better condition. Let's do a save. Yeah. That is just another really angry kobold. Which we're going to say is this one over here. Just getting irate.
Yeah, absolutely. Just sort of skewers 3 of them and just gives a really cocky look at that particular kobold.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
Y'all, we need a very big area of effect spell.
Yep. Yeah, you do. All right. So
Don't worry, I've got one.
The mob are coming in. We're going to get 1 attack against Heros Mortem. So this is going against your AC. It's a 2-handed chopper coming in, cleaving across. That is a unnatural 20.
Well, yeah, that's gonna hit.
6 damage. Then we have 1, 2, 3, let's say 4 like that. 4 against Seras. So this is against your AC. So a 10, a 12, a 26, and a 27.
10, 12, 26, 27?
Yep, all against AC.
Last 2 hit.
Last 2 hit, 12 damage. Okay, against Storm Dancer, even. I can words. I reckon that's 3 attacks. I don't think the other one can get in there. Okay, so that is a 10, an 18, and an 18 versus armor class.
10, 18, 18 versus armor class. The 18's barely hit.
Okay, that's another 12 damage. That's them. They're all very angry. They're all just coming in like a whirlwind of 2-handed choppers. It's time for the really angry kobolds, though. They still have 2-handed choppers, but they do a little bit more damage with them. The really angry kobold here is engaged with Storm Dancer. The really angry kobold over here can't seem to do much unless to bully Chesterton. And the really angry kobold over here is engaged with bully Chesterton. So, 1 really angry kobold going in with the 2-handed chopper against Storm Dancer. Natural 1, that is a miss. Then we have 2 against bully Chesterton. Natural 2 is a miss, I'm assuming. 11 versus AC.
Yeah.
And a 23 versus AC.
Oh, that one will hit.
That's 9 damage against bully Chesterton, who goes, that's not very sporting of you. That's the really angry kobolds. I got 2 named really angry kobold B, so I'm very quickly just naming this one C, just for my own sanity. Time for the extremely angry kobold, who's right in front of Seras. The extremely angry kobold is coming in with that 2-handed chopper again. That is a 17 versus armor class.
Hit.
10 damage.
Oof.
And that's all of them. We go to Heros Mortem.
Okay. Let's get Bully to attack
I didn't
one
send
of the
any of them in against Storm. Am I an idiot? Yes.
Let's get Bully to attack one of the really angry kobolds. Let's say it's really angry kobold B. That is going to be plus 10 for 22.
22.
Versus AC.
That hits.
All right. And then that damage is going to be, it's average of 2d6. This is just 6.
7.
7 damage against it.
Okay. Was that against B or C? Sorry, I've lost track.
Against C.
against C.
Never mind.
Okay,
Oh, no, B.
7
B.
damage.
Yeah, sorry, B.
Okay,
Sorry.
B against B, 7 damage. Very good.
All right, and then I'm conflicted. I do want to start taking out more of the mooks, although that seems like it's presenting an opportunity for them to become worse.
Just take out a bunch of mooks at once, so as few can turn as possible.
Yeah. Or just negotiate with them.
I mean, the problem with that is I know that I'm only going to take out, like, maximum of 2. So instead, I think I am going to try to do Death's Gauntlet against Royston Duxford.
Okay. Heros, you are engaged with an angry kobold, so if it's a ranged attack that isn't close, you will take an attack of opportunity.
Well, I guess I'm just going to have to take an attack of opportunity.
Okay. Swings in with that big old angry chopper. Natural 19, so that will hit. You get 6 damage. You're lucky it wasn't a nat 20 because they do something special when they nat 20 and they've yet to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm waiting.
Well,
I'm excited.
That is unfortunate. Well, here's hoping that this was worth it.
Yeah.
19 against physical defense.
19 against physical defense for Royston Duxford. That will hit.
All right, that is going to be 13 ongoing negative energy damage.
Woohoo! 13 ongoing negative energy damage. That's quite spicy. Okay, let's put that in for Royston. In ongoing negative damage. Does that save ends?
It is save ends.
Perfect.
You can use a standard action to end it.
Okay. That's tough. That's tough. All right. Okay. Okay. Anything else, Heros?
No, I believe that is going to be it for me.
Okay, that sounds good.
You should introduce yourself to Royston Duxford, because you haven't yet.
You're going to rue the day you thought to tangle with Heros Mortem and crew.
Am I
Thank
supposed to know what that name means?
Crew?
Okay, Bully Chesterton, what's happening?
Bully Chesterton moved.
Okay.
Bully moved first.
Oh, right. Yeah, of course. Yep. Because you got the same initiative. Yeah.
I mean, if you want Bully to move again, like,
No.
I suppose I can stop you.
We're good.
Yeah.
We're good. Absolute. Over to you.
Okay, Absolute's going to go with her original plan. She's going to cast Sinner's Pyre on Seras. Unless it'll be more useful to cast it on Storm Dancer. Basically, this is just going to...
Doesn't matter.
Okay, I'll cast it on Seras then.
I say doesn't matter because like both can only target a single person at a time with attacks.
True. Okay, so Sinner's Pyre, what range, me or one nearby ally. The target now has resist fire 18+ until the end of my next turn. Any enemies engaged will take 3d8 plus charisma, so that's 9 plus 4.
Oh, yeah, the thing that
Easy.
killed Heros Mortem. I remember it.
Yeah. Do you remember this one, Heros?
Absolute's
that's
out there,
18.
like, racking up the kills. Okay.
Yeah, that's 18 damage to anyone engaged with Seras. And until the end of my next turn, anyone who attacks Seras will take the same.
So there's 4 engaged mobs and 1 extremely angry kobold.
Yeah.
So
I think that auto kills each of the mobs.
it does more than that. That's the problem. Okay. So for every 2 mobs that it hits, it kills 3 mobs. So that's 6 total have just died. So please pick 6 more. Obviously get the 4 around Seras, but please pick 2 more beyond that to remove while I roll a save for transformation. with a plus
Okay.
6. I mean, it still transforms, but it doesn't transform amazingly. We get another really angry kobold.
Okay,
Yeah, you still need to-
again.
Yep,
There
there
we
you go.
Okay, that's great. And extremely angry kobold A takes how much damage did you say?
16 fire.
16 fire. Nice. Okay.
Wait, what? Wait, sorry. Was it 18? I've got my numbers.
No, it was 6. It was. No, it was 18. Yeah, it was 18.
Yeah, 3d8 plus charisma. Yeah, that's
Wonderful.
18.
Okay. What
Amazing.
next? Do feel free to
think
put a
I've got
note
anything
down
else.
next to Seras for that. If you need
yeah.
another one, I can pop
Do
a
I
note
have
for you.
anything
There you go.
else? Oh yeah, she's I'm not going to use any of my other actions, but she is just going to sort of pull William out of her pocket and just leave them hovering in front of her, and that's my go.
Okay, sounds great.
Smart thinking, Absolute. It is often said that the pen is
we
mightier
go back to
than
the
the
top.
sword, a sentiment I totally agree with.
All right, everybody. Escalation die is now
Shut
1.
up.
You add 1 to all of
Hooray.
your attacks. It is odd now for
Hooray.
reasons of cyclic spells and such. Storm, over to you.
Yeah, I can't wait to attack with my defensive spell. So I'm going to do a chaos
you chose
blessing.
this.
Exactly. I did. And I'm going to do a chaos blessing, so I don't know what's about to happen. I
You
rolled
could always drink that
18,
potion and
which
get even
means-
more. I don't know what's about to happen.
Okay, so healing. You or the nearby ally with the fewest hit points can heal using a recovery.
Hey,
Also,
that'd
this is
be-
an arcane spell, so it should receive a small bonus effect chosen by the GM.
A small bonus effect chosen by the GM. Okay.
Question:
Something that suits the spell and the story.
What does arcane spell mean? Is it a
It's a spell
particular?
that's arcane and not holy or...
So like wizard spells
It
are
was
all
a-
arcane. Necromancer spells are all arcane. That sort of.
Oh, well then Death's Gauntlet would have triggered that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Death's Gauntlet is giving. It has formed a literal gauntlet over your arm, and that is giving you +2 to AC.
Oh, you said
Nice.
you said the ally with the lowest HP uses a recovery.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
Wait,
at
it's-
4, so I think that's me.
Jesus. Yes.
Yep.
Yes, that's you.
So, Storm's additional benefit from this is, oh, sorry, not Seras' benefit. Technically speaking, is the target. Well, I don't know. It could be Storm's benefit.
Yeah.
Because you're casting.
It says chosen by the GM.
Seras,
Okay,
at the start of your turn, you will pop free as you essentially
sweet.
teleport. So you can go to anywhere on this map and just like, boop, I'm there now. As
Okay,
Storm's
sweet.
chaotic magic heals you and pops you out of existence for a second.
Not only does it heal me, because I'm using a recovery the first time in battle, it's also healing my Aeon for the same amount, which is 14.
Nice.
Wow.
Storm, how long does this do
Nicely
these
done.
buffs last? Is it just until the
I'm
next
guessing.
chaos magic? Madness,
Yeah.
high weirdness. Yeah, okay. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. I like it.
Yeah. This is a fun one. It's not come up before.
So was it
Yeah.
just the first spell in the turn?
It just says when one of your allies casts an arcane spell this battle.
So would that be every arcane spell cast this battle?
Yeah, that's why I said if you cast an arcane spell,
Oh,
tell
yeah.
me.
Oh,
Yeah.
pretty sure all the
I
sorcerer
must
spells
say-
are arcane.
Yeah, they'd be arcane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's Flash Freeze and Sinner's Pyre.
Okay, Flash Freeze is giving you a brief cold shield over your body. When something attacks and deals damage to you, you will deal 1 point of cold damage to them. Sinner's Pyre is
Like that.
applied to Seras at the moment. But I'm going to say what happens, it actually applies to you, Absolute, is that when you cast Sinner's Pyre, you can unleash a bolt of fire at a nearby enemy. You're going to have to make an attack, adding your spellcasting modifier, which I think is Charisma, as a sorcerer.
Yep.
And this would be targeting AC, because it's a bolt.
Okay, and I can do that if I'm attacked.
No, you can do that right now. It would have happened when you cast this.
Oh, right. Okay, in that case, I'll target our good friend Royston.
Okay, so you go... yeah, roll it.
Okay, that is a natural 10 for... 19.
19 against... Oh yeah, I know. I said. I'm being silly. Ignore me. Yeah, that hits against armor class. That hits.
Okay. How much damage is that?
We will say that's about. Let's go 2d6, so 7.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so we've caught up with all the effects that should have already happened. Seras,
Hey.
Storm, sorry, what else is happening on your go?
Gonna move on down towards Royston.
Okay.
Not quite engaging.
Not
but
engaging, but sort of just getting
Yeah.
a little closer. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then new category, and lucky you, and new high witness.
Oh, a new high weirdness. Okay, so if you've got high weirdness buffs currently applied to you, they end now. The joys of being a chaos mage.
But no one's rallied, so that's fine. It does nothing.
Okay, it does nothing.
We're good.
Make me a save, please. So roll a d20 with no bonuses.
Oh,
You
yeah.
want to get a 16 or higher.
4 is higher than 16.
It is not. Unless you're doing that one high weirdness thing that happened once. No, so I'm afraid that effect is still
No.
applied to you. We go to Seras.
Okie dokie.
Okay, sweet. First things first, the Grand Mage is summoned onto the battlefield.
Yep. Let me get you a token.
Let me put Grand Mage's HP on the...
I'm going to use Sorcerer because I feel like the hat is more appropriate for a Grand Mage. I'll add them to...
I like it.
Grand Mage with his whole 15 HP enters the battlefield.
Just Bruce Banner is somewhere there, just like, you guys are screwed now.
Okay, so first things first, you said because of the effect on me that I get to pop out.
Yep.
I can go anywhere on the map?
Yes. Because that happened when Absolute cast the popping out.
Yeah.
So the all the other effects have ended.
Storm.
But that pop would have. Storm. But that would have happened then.
Seras is moving over here.
Okay, you go whoop and teleport.
Okay, so on Seras's turn, she is going to cast the arcane spell Deeper Waters.
Okay, so you no longer need to tell me it's an arcane spell because that high weirdness is not active anymore, thankfully. Because having to improvise a million tiny buffs was killing me.
Okay, then I cast the spell Deeper Waters.
Okay, you cast Deeper Waters. What does this look like? I think we've
first
seen
thing,
it before, but
you have, but not like in a combat situation. A bubble of water is forming around the head of extremely angry kobold A.
he's not going to
And
like
it's
that.
attempting to drown it. So what's going to happen is I have to roll.
He doesn't like much, but he's really not going to be happy about that.
I mean, it's Papacalos. They're not impressed.
I mean, I can give you the full number, or I could just say this is a nat 20.
I mean, nat 20 hits. It's a crit.
Yeah, so natural even hit. So first things first, I'm casting this as a 3rd level spell, so that's going to be 4d6 damage.
Okay.
Plus, on a natural even hit, the target takes ongoing damage equal to my level or increases any existing ongoing. So yeah, it's going to take ongoing damage equal to my level.
Damage.
As it continues to drown.
That's pretty cool. Is that save ends? Oh wait, ongoing damage always is. So that's okay. Okay. So how much damage? So
40,
you
4d6,
crit.
that's 13.
So yeah, it's 13 and then roll 4d6. Because you've crit, so you double your damage.
Oh, right.
So the way we're doing crits, there's many different ways of doing it in 13th Age, is we add your average damage as a modifier and then roll it again to give you that bonus. I think the book technically says just take the number and double it, but it's less.
An additional 16 drowning damage.
Okay, so that comes out to a total of what, 29 is it? I think 29.
Yeah, 29.
Very nice. I've got to do some maths.
29 damage on this extremely angry kobold as water fills its lungs.
Brings it 27. It dies. There we go.
Watching something drown is not a pleasant way to watch something die.
Yeah, everyone else takes 8 psychic damage because they've just seen someone die in front of them. That is something I will be doing as part of this TTRPG with a heavy combat component, is the horrors of war. No, you're obviously all fine.
And here I thought that water was supposed to be Papa Colosian's element.
Very good work, Seras. Yeah, very good.
And that'll be Seras' turn.
Okay.
So I suppose we'll start with Storm Dancer.
Yep.
Who is I didn't use my action to choose what it's going to do, so it's going to roll a d6 and determine its action from there.
Okay. God, I really do not have many kobold mobs left, do I?
Me with my 2 actions. Gee, why does Seras' GM let them have 3 actions?
Let's see here. That's a 5. Storm Dancer tramples the nearest. Oh no! Storm Champer uses its pierces the nearest enemy with its lightning horn.
Ooh, very cool. Very cool.
Yes.
Well, you got a choice of 3. So I guess pick one.
Okay, I have a choice.
Yeah,
I have a choice of 3. Oh yeah, I do. Really angry kobold A does a 26 hit.
A 26 does hit. Yes.
Oof. Yeah, so as this Kieran drives its horn into this thing's stomach for 12 lightning damage.
12 lightning damage. Very good. Yeah, so pours straight through this angry kobold who's still angry and is trying to smack it with with the chopper while this happens. Yeah, it's still up and still going though. It's got a little bit more health than that mob. That's great. What does Grand Mage do?
Oh, sweet. I'm so glad you asked. Grand Mage has this amazing powerful spell that it can only use at escalation die 5.
Okay.
So instead, it's going to cast darkness on.
Ooh.
What's the name of that horrible kobold we're here to kill?
Royston Duxford.
Yeah, Royston, he gets darkness cast on him.
Okay.
So, immediately he's going to take 9 negative energy damage.
9 negative energy damage. Not a good time for him. He's getting a lot of negative energy damage coming in. Okay.
Put out a lot of negative energy, get a lot of negative energy.
And okay, that is a 19. So on a natural 16 plus for this roll, the target is weakened until the end of my next turn.
Okay, weakened end of Seras. Okay,
I
so
know
weakened.
I know it's not going to happen because we're never going to hit escalation die 5.
I mean,
But the Grand Mage's other spell, Ultima, just does 12 negative energy damage to every nearby enemy.
oh, that would take out the mobs. I mean, Talia does have an ability to roll the escalation die, so
Yeah.
I'm not sure
It
why
can
when you
happen.
said
That happens
there
occasionally.
was. I'm not sure why
yeah.
when you said that it had a thing that only worked on escalation die 5, that I was hoping that was the only thing it had, and I was going to be standing there for like 4 rounds.
No, it could cast darkness at people, dealing negative energy and having a chance to weaken them.
By the way, Storm, you feel a
Yeah.
weird connection to Royston Duxford. And what is
Huh.
your icon relationship to, this would be either the Dragon Mother or the Gold Worm / Gold Dragon?
2 conflicted.
2. It does, yeah. Okay. Your crit range when attacking Royston Duxford is increased by 2. So you will critically hit on an 18, a 19, and a 20.
Huh.
Now here's the bad news.
Okay.
Royston Duxford
The
will
same
crit
in
on an
reverse?
18, 19, or 20 against you.
Yeah.
Neat.
Okay. Terrifying.
Yeah. So, just so everyone knows, weakened is a -4 penalty to attacks and to defenses. So that's a really good status to inflict. Okay, we go to Royston Duxford, who immediately takes 13 ongoing negative energy damage.
And can
God
either
damn it.
try to save against it or use its action to just end it.
It's not going to use its action to end it. It is going to try to kill Storm.
Okay.
Just point of order, I think that happens at the end of their turn, like before the save, the negative energy damage.
Oh, the damage happens then. It won't matter right now, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, for future ones. Staff or fire burst? Runs in, engaging Storm,
Uh-huh.
and
Yeah, I
is
think he's
going
running low on staff.
to use. He's running low on staff. He's going to use his Midian staff, his Medean staff, the staff of Midas.
Uh-huh.
And he's going to try and crack you over there. So this is against your armor class. It is a -2 because even though he's got +2 to hit against you, he's got -4 from Seras.
Excellent.
Oh, natural 1.
Oh.
Terrible.
Okay. So you just missed with a melee attack?
Oh no, what's happening now?
Sorry. Currently, Storm's little bit. Storm seems unusually grounded in that she's under the effects of an earth warp.
Oh no.
So until the end of my next turn, each enemy that misses me with a melee attack is stuck until the end of its next turn.
Oh, God damn it. You can't move, disengage, pop free, change your position, or let anyone else move you without teleporting. He's rooted to the ground. Duxford is rooted to the ground
Rooted
by
to the ground.
earthy tendrils. Like tiny fingers pull up and grab his feet.
Could they be like little Midas-y tendrils? Is that
Oh yeah,
Can we do that?
yeah. The
Yeah.
Midas comes up and grabs it. He looks down. He's like, "No, you work for me. You serve me." He's very upset about this, but there's shit all he can do about it.
I mean, if there was a place we were going to encounter Dr. Octopus.
Yes. Right. He's going to try and make that
Masters
save.
are,
Was it a normal save or a hard save for the negative energy damage? Oh, he's passed both, so it doesn't matter. But he does take that damage first, I think, before that happens. I think we might have lost Pixel. Nope.
No?
We haven't. Wasn't it your necrotic damage? The negative energy damage?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, was it a normal or hard save?
It was a normal save.
Okay. I think you take the damage from ongoing damage before you make the save in this. I can never quite remember. I know there are some games like Lancer does it the other way around where you get one chance to avoid it, but
it'd be an incredibly bad spell if
that's what I'm thinking. So he's taken the damage, but he has saved against it. Okay, that's Royston. It's the Angry Kobold Club. The Angry Kobold Club are going to... This one that's engaged with Heros Mortem is going to just run away. Heros, you may do an attack of opportunity if you wish.
Sure.
Feel free. Feel free.
For a basic melee, that's going to be +5 to hit.
You never know.
16?
16 against the Angry Kobold against armor class does not hit, I'm afraid. It just dives away quickly. And runs up to Storm. The others are kind of going to stay where they are. This one's going to come around to engage. Actually, it's going to engage the Grand Mage. I think that's all of them on the mob. Wow. It really is really slim pickings for the mob these days. So against Storm with a +2 to hit.
There's one more kobold down here.
Oh no, that one's staying there. That one's fine. So against Storm with a +2 to the hit, that is a 22 versus armor class.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, take 13 points of damage.
Yeah,
okay. That's the downside. Oh, wait, why didn't this one... Yeah, this one's coming in for Storm as well. What the fuck am I doing? We got this buff. Let's use it. Right. Other one similarly coming in. That is a 22
well, I mean,
again.
if it's going to go in for Storm, Grand Mage is going to intercept regardless.
Oh, you're going to intercept. Okay, yeah, okay. So the attack's going against you. So that would be a unnatural 20 versus armor class.
Yeah, that'll hit.
6 damage on the mage. But against
That's
Storm, that would
health.
be 13 damage. So it's a very different... Yeah. Okay, that's the Angry Kobolds. The really angry Kobolds are going to go. I feel like the really angry Kobolds, one of them's running away from Bully Cheston to just deal with Heros Mortem. The other one's running away from Bully... No, the other one is remaining engaged to Bully Cheston and engaging Absolute as well. In fact, both of them can do that. That's easy. Yeah, they're just going to... Oh, no, they've moved next to them, so Bully does get to do an attack of opportunity.
I mean, can Bully do anything to just, like, try and keep the engagement?
No, because they're not disengaging. They can just run away. They can just do that. The penalty is the damage they take.
All right, well, that's 14, so that's not gonna...
14 against a really angry kobold. No, I'm afraid not. The ones engaged with Storm Dance are also going to come in because Royston shouted, "Go for the sorcerer!" Because it's incorrectly identified you as a sorcerer when actually that's the lawyer.
I mean, Storm Dancer gets an attack of opportunity on one of them, correct?
Storm Dancer gets an attack of opportunity.
Storm Dancer doesn't have like a basic attack, so I'm going to assume the Lightning Horn is.
It's whatever the melee attack that it's got is.
Wait,
so probably
that
trample?
first one, the one that got gored by the Lightning Horn. It needs to make a save or a roll, and it needs to roll even. Otherwise, it is still stuck to the horn.
Ooh, okay, that changes things. All right, let's see. That is a 2, I'm afraid. So it has unstuck itself from the horn. But yeah, it's run over to engage Storm because Storm is essentially being hyped up by Royston Duxford. And Royston Duxford is just like, murder this one, and the other kobolds are running in like, yes.
You said it's melee attack, so it's trample?
Yeah, it would probably be trample. I think that's probably your Kieran's melee one.
Both of them are. It's melee.
It'd be whichever one's first listed then on the...
Oh, first listed? Sweet, Lightning Horn.
Oh, well, all right then. That's strange. But yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, okay. So that is a 28 to hit.
Okay, which one of the 2 really angry kobolds are you going for with that one?
Probably the second one, D. No,
Okay,
I'll stick with A. I'll try to finish off A.
Okay, you stick with A, so that hits. So as really angry Kobold A peels itself off the Kieran's lightning horn, turns to run, and the Kieran just goes at it again.
Yeah, 12 lightning damage. If it wants to run, it needs to roll another even. I'm sorry.
Oh my god. Okay, 12 lightning damage. That brings it up to 24. It is now bloodied. Or whatever the equivalent in this edition, I always forget. Staggered, I believe. Staggered. Let's see if it can run.
That's the one.
Oh, that is a natural 16. So it is able to move. It runs this way. I'm going to give it a little red ring to show that it's staggered. Okay, so we've got 2 really angry kobolds attacking Storm. They've got +2 to hit and +7 to damage. Let's see what they can do with their 2-handed choppers. Okay, one of them, it hits, and the other one is a natural 20. Is an unnatural 22.
What was the first one?
Is an unnatural 30.
Jesus. Okay.
God, imagine
Does the 22
natural
versus
30.
AC hit? Yeah, imagine a natural 30. I'm rolling D100s. Okay, they both hit. Then 18 damage.
Does it hit an unarmored mage?
Oh, yes. Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, I never know with the Chaos Mage, because there's all sorts of weird stuff going on. I don't know why I'm doing the hands like this. There's all sorts of nonsense going on, is what I'm saying.
It sure is.
Has Storm hit the deck? Oh, no.
Yep.
Okay, that's really angry Kobold A and D. We've got B and C that also ran in. One's going to attack Heros Mortem.
Rude.
It is very rude. It may not have hit, actually. It's only a 17 versus armor class.
No, that'll hit.
Okay, 9 damage, and the other one's coming in for Absolute. Absolute, only 11 versus armor class.
That's not a hit.
Okay, so that angry kobold is too angry, and you're too composed as a lawyer to survive. Not to survive it, to take damage from it. You sort of just sidestep, and it goes past. We go to Heros Mortem.
Okay. Let's see. I'm going to try to disengage.
Okay, so you're disengaging. You are engaged with one enemy, so the one next to Absolute is not engaging you at the moment. So you need to roll a save. I think it's a basic save, so it'll be 11 up.
Higher.
11 up.
17.
17. You get to move, and you won't be attacked.
Okay.
Remember that movement can include going to other rooms if you need to get out of there.
Yeah, no, but fine being here.
Okay.
Yeah. Let us try to do another Death's Gauntlet on Royston.
Okay.
That's going to be 25.
25, great. Yeah, that hits.
Yep, 13 ongoing negative energy damage.
I just saved against that. 13 ongoing negative damage. And I'm just going to put save ends at the end because all ongoing is save ends, but I need to have it there, otherwise I forget. The really fun, scary thing about this game, 13th Age, is that ongoing damage stacks. So if you've already got it, it increases. It's scary stuff.
And then let's see if Bully is able to hit really angry Kobold B.
Huzzah! Bully!
It's a 19.
19 to hit. Really angry Kobold B. I'm assuming it's armor class. That will hit.
Yep. That's 7 damage.
7 damage. Okay. It is also staggered. As
nice.
Bully goes, huzzah! Chops sideways and lops off the really angry Kobold's tail.
Okay, that is going to be me and Bully.
That's you. Okay, we go to Absolute. Absolute, you got a really angry Kobold right in front of you. And Storm is not looking good.
Okay. Absolute is going to disengage.
Okay.
So that says that's basically a straight roll and trying to get above an 11. Is that right?
That's right. 11 or higher.
7.
7, you're stuck there. You cannot move. You can't even choose to move and take an attack of opportunity. You are stuck there, I'm afraid.
Okay, I guess the kobold just grabs her sleeve, so she's going to do what comes naturally and try and skewer it.
Okay. So one clarification. You can use your action to move. You can always convert your action to a second move action. But I assume you don't want to.
No, absolutely tasted blood here.
Yeah.
That's a natural 1.
Natural 1, that is unfortunate. Yeah, no luck. That wasn't a ranged attack, so we don't have to worry about any, like, accidentally hitting allies. But yeah, natural 1, and you go for it, and it parries, knocks you aside, and you stick the rapier into that table that's right next to you. It kind of gets wedged there for a second, then you pull it back out.
We're having great luck, are we?
No. Meanwhile, over in Lucktown, the escalation dice just hit 2.
Hey.
Storm, you're currently dying. Can you please make me a hard save? 16 up is what we need from you.
Yes, it is. That's a 5.
That's a 5. 1 death save failure. Do remember to track your HP even as it goes into negatives. If you get to -1/2, you die.
Yeah, I am.
Okay. Please make a save, though, at the end of your turn as well for the effect that is giving out extra damage.
I'll do it again. 18.
18! It's gone.
Hooray!
Yeah, you've shrugged that off. You're all good now. Everything is fine. There's no problems at all.
None. 0.
None. Do you roll another high witness or anything while you're unconscious, or is it all good? Okay, we go to Seras.
No, that happens when I select spells, and I didn't use a spell, so I don't select a spell.
That's fair. Seras.
Oh, okay. Seras is going to use her action to command Stormdancer. So Stormdancer is going to be able to move to my command on its turn, which will be right now.
Yep.
Down to Stormdancer.
Okay.
Stormdancer is going to move. How high is the ceiling here, would you say?
The ceiling's relatively low. It's like 10 feet or so above you.
10 feet, that's good enough. Stormdancer is going to prance over to Storm.
Okay.
And it could do this over the enemies because it has airwalk, so it could just walk over them.
Ooh, that's very cool. So you don't have to worry about being intercepted. That's very nice.
Stormdancer is in fact a Kieran.
Very cool. So yeah, this beautiful Kieran leaps up into the air and just sort of floats over while it's just walking on the air and then lands on the other side. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Okay, I have a question.
Yep.
Because Stormdancer is a mount, and I can, as either part of its action or part of my action, mount Stormdancer. Mm-hmm. Can I have Stormdancer grab Storm and have it mount Stormdancer?
I think that's fine.
Yeah.
I do want you to describe how it works.
Stormdancer uses its horn to grab like onto a bit of your clothes. It just tosses you into the air onto its back.
Nice. Yeah.
Amazing.
Okay. Whoop. This dying person who is like extremely wounded is yoinked into the air. Traditionally, that is what medics recommend you do with a person who's dying: is just throw them into the air. Lands on the back of Stormdancer, and is currently mounted on the back of Stormdancer. Might fall off at the soon, but not yet.
Okay, and when a creature that is mounted is attacked, they can choose to either have the mount or themselves take the attack. So I'm going to use this as a chance to have Stormdancer basically act as a shield.
Very good. That's clever. I like that. I like that a lot. Really smart.
Also, escalation dice is even.
It is.
Quick action, all nearby enemies, which is all enemies take 3 lightning damage.
Woo-hoo! Okay, so the Kirin just crackles with electricity. All nearby enemies, did you say, take 3? So that's going to be 6 more to the angry kobold mob.
That's 9 more to the mob.
There's 3 of them. Yeah, there is. Sorry. It's not enough to kill another one, but it is pretty close. And then all of the other kobolds are going to take 3 damage. That actually kills one of the kobolds. Really angry kobold A dies from the electricity.
Too angry
And
slip.
Royston Duxford takes another 3 damage.
And it
Good.
doesn't matter because
Royston Duxford is now staggered.
Storm healed me last turn with the escalation die, but Storm Dancer would technically heal as much damage as it dealt. But that doesn't matter. Storm Dancer's full HP.
That's fair. That's fair. Wow, that's a good turn. That's a really smart turn. I like that. Over to the Grand Mage.
Sweet. The Grand Mage is... well, first of all, the Royston Duxford isn't in darkness anymore, but that may change in a moment.
Okay.
Because it's going to cast darkness on Royston Duxford.
Okay,
Again.
I'll put it back on. Do you not have to
Wait.
determine it randomly when it's...
Oh, yeah, no, that's right. I'm a fool. Wait. That is a 6. Black Mage casts Ultima if available, or else it uses darkness.
Well, it does darkness again, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, so...
That worried me for a
it's-
sec.
So
Ultima.
Royston is going to take... let's see. First things first. Does a 22 hit?
A 22 will hit, yes. It'll hit all 3
Yeah.
defenses.
Sweet. 9... it'll be against physical, but 9 negative energy damage. Although it didn't get the 16 plus this time, so it doesn't... the natural 16 plus it didn't get this time, so it's not going to be the weakness. You just take the damage.
Royston Duxford dies. Collapses to the ground, and the Midas that is all through his body warps his flesh, rends it open, and stands up again, and his eyes are dead and they are golden, and he stares and he laughs as blades, jagged daggers, and chains rip out of his skeleton, all made of gold. And Heros, you see a harrowing potential vision of your future. Storm, you're unconscious. You're all good.
Yeah, this is fine.
As
This is
Royston
awesome.
Duxford is transformed into a Midas warped demon. Oh yeah, you better believe he's fully healed. Yeah, and technically his initiative increases by 1, so he was on 19 and I moved him down a little bit. He's now on 20. That's great. But he will get a go like on his turn, which would have been in a second. So yeah, his voice is now hollow and metallic, and it is just constant laughter, and he's bellowing, "You shall be saved." Great. Yeah, so Grand Mage's turn is done. That would now be Royston's go, so we're going to have Royston's go. He is going to... Ooh. So, yeah, okay, so he is currently engaged with Storm Dancer. So he's going to use a close spell against 1d3 nearby enemies. So let's see how many people are targeted. So that is 2 nearby enemies. So he is going to target Seras and the Grand Mage.
Rude.
And... Oh, yeah, okay. So this is against physical defense as he unleashes the awful nature of reality. All right, against Seras, that is an 11 versus physical defense. Against the
Does not
Grand
hit.
Mage, that is 27 versus physical defense.
That will hit.
Okay. Grand Mage is hampered Save ends. Hampered means you can only make basic attacks, no frills. You can still move normally. Each time you fail the save, you will take 14 psychic damage.
Oof.
So I'll put that over the Grand Mage. Hampered. SE. Failed save.
See, I got to ask again,
psychic.
how does this work for Grand Mage? Because...
If the Grand Mage has no basic attacks, Grand Mage can't attack.
Okay.
Until it passes the save, essentially. We go to the Angry Kobold mob. There's 3 of them left.
Hooray!
This Angry Kobold is coming in for Heros Mortem. This Angry Kobold is also it's gonna run in for Absolute, I think. And this Angry Kobold mob is already in front of the Grand Mage and is just gonna attack. So, against the Grand Mage, that's not good. That is an 11 versus armor class.
That does not hit.
Okay, against Heros Mortem. Oh, that's also not good. Where's my rolling tonight? That is a 16 versus armor class.
That'll hit.
Okay, 6 damage. That's a natural 8. Okay, against Absolute. We gotta get you some armor. Against Absolute. Natural 20. It finally happened.
Okay, first of all,
Oh no, don't do this to me.
Quilliam, as the Angry Kobold mob's attack comes in, Quilliam hisses and lightly brushes it, which somehow has the effect of it hitting by a massive claw. That's the counterbice ability.
Don't do this to me.
So each battle, if my familiar is close to me, it bites the person enemy that hits me with a melee attack after that attack.
Oh, after
dealing
the attack.
1d4
So not first of all.
after.
Haha!
Yeah,
Let's
1d4.
see if you're still alive. Right, first of
Okay.
all, 12 damage.
Ouch.
Second of all, it transforms automatically into a really angry kobold.
Oh, come on, that's
Because
cheating.
it crit. Welcome in, really angry kobold E. We love to see you.
Well, this newly minted Angry Kobold comes into the world with 12 points of damage, so there.
12 points of damage is pretty good, to be fair. 12 points of damage is pretty good. Yeah, so it runs in and does that. That's the Angry Kobold mobs. It's time for the really angry kobolds. I will say,
Hey,
really
question.
angry kobold E is not going to get an attack because that would
Question.
be rude. Yeah?
Did the Midas Warp Demon take its 13 ongoing negative damage?
Oh, it totally didn't. Let me just do that. Midas Warped Demon, take 13 damage. Roll a save. 17.
Damn
No
it.
longer take the damage. I mean, that appears to be an at-will, so like as things go, it's not bad. Okay, yeah. Really angry kobolds. We won't do E because E's just sort of come into being right then and there. But we have 2 down in the south. One of them is going to attack Bully Chesterton. The other one, you know what? They're both attacking Bully Chesterton. And the one up in the north is running after Storm and is going to go for essentially Storm Dancer. It's fun that Storm is riding Storm Dancer. So against Bully Chesterton,
It is.
this is against AC. We have a 27 and an 18 versus armor class.
One of those will hit.
Okay, 9 damage. And against Storm Dancer, against armor class, we have a 23 versus armor class.
That'll hit.
9 damage. That's the really angry kobolds. It's Heros Mortem's go.
Okay. Well, first of all, let's have Bully try to hit really angry Kobold B. That's 25.
Hey, that's great. That hits. Yeah.
Yeah, that's 7 damage.
Okay. Okay.
I'm sorry, did one of the Angry
Angry
Kobolds
Kobold
hit the
dies.
Grand Mage with an attack?
It did.
How much damage?
No, sorry, not really angry. It was the angry kobold mob. The mob
How much?
did 6 damage.
Okay, sorry.
That's still good.
Well, Bully's killed something.
Yeah,
Bully for Bully.
Bully's like, huzzah! Holds up his sword.
I am
Bully
going to.
Chesterton.
I am going to attempt to disengage from this mob.
Okay. So, yeah, roll me a normal save. You've only got one person there, so yeah, 11 up.
Ah, it's a 5.
That's a 5. You're stuck there, I'm afraid.
But also... yeah.
I will say that the mobs are... If you could get a good hit on the mobs, it might kill them both.
Yeah. If you kill them both, they can't transform.
Yeah. Thing is, I just don't want to get attacked next turn, and I'm within the range of the demon.
You are. But you can't move now. Unless you use your action to move, and then you will take an attack of opportunity.
Don't you have a healing potion or something?
I can't move after failing a disengage check.
I think you can if you convert your action to a second move.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
Instead, I am going to use my Spiritborn ability at the start of my turn to let my physical form lapse. I'm going to become a spirit, and I'm going to remove myself from play.
How often can you do that?
Once per battle.
Okay, well, it's a different scene, so yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you remove yourself from play. Heros Mortem is no longer in there. We're just going to put you in the river for now, in the ocean.
This angry kobold mob is dazed.
Oh, okay, very nice. Let's move that over.
Me.
So that is going to be a -4 penalty to attack rolls for anyone who hasn't been keeping up.
That's great. That's great. Good work, Heros Mortem. We go to absolute. Absolute, you're surrounded.
Well,
Absolutely.
oh well. I'm going to just, she's just going to get her sword out and try and stab really angry Korakii
Okay.
for its impudence. Okay, what's the escalation die again?
It is currently at 2.
2. That's 22 to hit then.
22
Against
hits.
Stacy.
Yep.
That is 19 points of damage then.
Okay, 19 points of damage. Sorry, which one were you targeting? Just
E.
E, that's right. 19. You've killed E. Very good. You're clearing them out. You're clearing them out.
She's going to turn to really angry Kobold C and say, perhaps if you calm down a bit, you might get away with your life.
It just goes "Arr!" back at you.
It's really
obviously
angry.
It's so angry.
And then Absolute falls to her knees, unable to live in a world without E.
Is that your full go, Absolute?
That's my go.
All right, we are going to end there because I'm not going to lie, the Midas Warp Demon has a lot of hit points and it's very hot. But also we've been going 3 hours and I think this is a good place to stop. But yeah, you have a freshly born Midas Warped Demon in front of you. You're now starting to get an idea of what the Midas might do to people. And you have a vague idea of what the angels are trying to do with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and also Storm is dying.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Don't worry about it.
I'm also dying, just a bit more slowly.
Yeah.
Storm's died before. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. It'll totally be fine the second time around. I promise you. Yeah, so we are going to stop there for the evening. Thank you all for playing. It's been absolutely wonderful having you all in here again. I'm very excited for the next session.
I think it's been Heros Mortemly wonderful.
Absolutely.
So I'll just leave you with this.
Okay, no. So he'll just leave you with this.
I'll just leave you with this. It's getting worse when I hear you say it.
I don't sound like that.
Raffalap, don't let the mean man tear you down.
Canon, not a big canon.
That's just how you sound. This is how you sound, all right?
I still love the naive worlds that you and Keith live in, where you just presume that a person has to sound exactly like their parents, even when that person is doing just like a nerd voice.
I love it. I love it.
I was told to make a character, your mother a character. I did.
Yep. And I think you all did great. It's been wonderful. I am going to go on to the outro screen and say goodnight to people. And then we'll handle your next level up because, of course, you've gained another level up.
How does that work?
Yeah, that's great. That's something I'm going to have to deal with. But yes, say goodnight to everyone before I go on over to the outro screen.
Ta-ta.
Happy birthday,
Good night,
Nick.
everyone.
Farewells and obeisances. Happy birthday, Nick.
Good luck on the final day to the weekend, if that's the kind of thing you do.
Wonderful. Thank you all for watching. It has been incredible. I've had so much fun. Thank you so much, by the way, to Rihanna and Ampersand 20 for the raids. It's been really good having you all in here. The Guild of Icons will be back for another session of our 13th Age actual play. As soon as we organize it, I'll let you all know. What a wonderful cast we have. They are so good at this. It is genuinely incredible because this is their first set of sessions in 13th Age, and they are absolutely nailing it. Tomorrow I'll be back with Iris, who was playing Sarah. So I'll be back with Iris as we play EDF, Earth Defense Force, tomorrow night. And then otherwise, I'm sure I'll see you over the next week. I believe Uplift is next week, actually, which is my other actual play, which is High Magic Low Lives. So come in and check that out. We'll have a great time. Huge thank you to everyone who supports the stream. Your names are appearing on the left. You're all absolutely wonderful. You can get your name here at ko-fi.com/HisCursedness. Have a wonderful evening and good night.